Suave on the track.
Whatever it takes. The alleyway.
Coco, this your season right now.
They won't see me. They won't let me hear. I gotta sleep with one eye open, tripping, making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the stern. I know the odds wanna murder. I got a feeling deep my stomach, paranoia, yeah. I won't let them, yeah. They won't see me, yeah. I gotta sleep with one eye open, tripping, making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the stern. I know the odds wanna murder. I got a feeling deep my stomach, paranoia, yeah. I can't let them, yeah. They won't see me, yeah. I put attention, all in my blood, all in my veins. They started with perky, now that hair on them is veins. You started with serving, now them drugs drove you insane. Started with dealing, I grew up with killers, they taught me the game. I got some niggas that die behind, and that shit won't never the same. I know some niggas that lie behind, and that bullet had his name. Ain't no reason to cry about, cause that shit won't never change. MTF the 4th and P, my niggas can't get out the game. I gotta sleep with one eye open, tripping, making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the stern. I know the odds wanna murder. I got a feeling deep my stomach, paranoia, yeah. I won't let them, yeah. They won't see me, yeah. I gotta sleep with one eye open, tripping, making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the stern. I know the odds wanna murder. I got a feeling deep my stomach, paranoia, yeah. I can't let them, yeah. They won't see me, yeah.
Lost see, I glossed to it, shit ain't been the same. Heard the ops talking to the feds, giving names. Who gon' feed my family if they take me out the game? Keep one in the head and one eye open, that ain't change. I'm quick to catch a body. When I shoot, he shoot, I know bro shooting right beside me. Them hollow tips go through the wall and then they hit his body.
Niggas died at 65.
Yeah. Hey man, all I'm saying is, nigga, you always got something to say. It's like you don't shut up.
On the track.
A lot of niggas died 1865. Single Michael fled, how I ain't gon' let it ride. Everybody hollering, black was never on your side. They do raps to tell your apps where you sleep at night. They put that white man on. Got you begging them for answers like that white man know. Had you swearing you was African, that's that white man home. Had you proud to be a savage, that's that white man's zone. And I ain't talking shit, this my definition. If being savage was our nature, y'all be non-existent. We done took your ass out when we was in them kitchens. Instead of showing you how to live and how to maintain business. White supremacy fake. Only way that shit real is if you do what they say. So dope, my eyes low. When you move like God, the time slow. I came back for the blacks and John Doe's. Crack open them land patents, let go of them townhomes. What's a native to a native? Eat $5 dough if he not melanated. Pale faces got you waiting on a savior. Sending prayers up, he texting back on vacation. Yeah, God's children. Give all your praise to Jesus, but how God feeling? He say put no one before him in divine image. It's you with God or Christians. I got a vision, but niggas ain't gotta listen, so they don't. We came from the soil, wasn't fucking with no boats. Bible took our spirit, English potted on our homes. Tribal families turn on us, don't act like y'all don't know. But fuck them and they grudges. We was something turned to nothing. And now we nothing's turned to somethings. Reincarnation of ancients, fresh up out the oven. This the message to the black man. 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 Shooters on my roof, lawyers in the coop. We can never die, bitch, we bulletproof. This the message to the black man. This the message to the black man. Say you wasn't slaves, you was prisoners of war. You stop wasting your time, these other bitches ain't important. You ain't meditating, you ain't mating with the sauce. Like what the fuck's a noodle if you ain't painted with the sauce? I find it hard to trust the pastor who rather side with the master who preaching we should submit while getting murdered and captured. About how we should wait on God is never our vernacular.
See my life has been in motion, I'm a little windy. I'm not giving up yet. If you with me, time to place up your bet. Ain't no turning back, got niggas who ran. When we caught his ass, got caught in that jam. Yeah, you know who I am. Yeah, you know who I am. I can feel it coming. I can feel it coming. It's that feeling in your stomach, you can feel it coming. It's that feeling in your stomach, you can feel it coming. Yeah, you can feel it coming. Fake love, that snake you in your face, love. That snake you in your face, love. I told my brothers we gon' make it, that's how God wrote it. And the snake gon' show his face, cause that's how God wrote it. Too much fake love, that snake you in your face, love. Your face, love. That snake you in your face, love. I told my brothers we gon' make it, that's how God wrote it. And the snake gon' show his face, cause that's how God wrote it. Too much fake love, that snake you in your face, love. Your face, love. That snake you in your face, love. I told my brothers we gon' make it, that's how God wrote it. And the snake gon' show his face, cause that's
Suave on the track.
whatever it takes. Alleyway.
Coco, this your season right now.
They won't see me. They won't let me, yeah. I gotta sleep with one eye open, trippin', making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the strap. I know the eyes wanna murder. I got a feeling, keep my stomach paranoid, yeah. I won't let them, yeah. They won't see me, yeah. I gotta sleep with one eye open, trippin', making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the strap. I know the eyes wanna murder. I got a feeling, keep my stomach paranoid, yeah. I can't let them, yeah. They won't see me, yeah. I put attention, all of my blood, all of my veins. They started with perky, now that hair right up his veins. You started with serving, now them drugs drove you insane. Started with dealing, I grew up with killers, they taught me the game. I got some niggas that die behind, and that shit won't never the same. I know some niggas that lie behind, and that bullet had his name. Ain't no reason to cry about, cause that shit won't never change. MTF the 4th and P, my niggas can't get out the game. I gotta sleep with one eye open, trippin', making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the stern. I know the eyes wanna murder. I got a feeling, keep my stomach paranoid, yeah. I won't let them, yeah. They won't see me, yeah. I gotta sleep with one eye open, trippin', making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the stern. I know the eyes wanna murder. I got a feeling, keep my stomach paranoid, yeah. I can't let them, yeah. They won't see me, yeah.
Lost, see, I glossed too, we shit ain't been the same. Heard the ops talking to the.
Shout out to everybody in the building, man. It's your brother Aboriginal Power, man. Hopefully everybody is enjoying their motherfucking live stream. Hopefully everybody is enjoying their great grand rising. Peace and blessings to everybody that's in the chat, that's watching this, that's not able to type in the chat, but that is watching. Shout out to y'all. Make sure y'all be safe on your daily commute. You understand me? It's your brother Aboriginal Power. I also want to shout out some of the brothers and sisters. They took their time out to comment in the chat. So I'm going to also take my time out to shout out some of the brothers and sisters that commented in the chat. All right. This is the Wake and Bake Show. So let me know what city, what state y'all in, what y'all smoking on this grand rising, man. Y'all see the jersey, man. Y'all see the new jersey. The Copper Grizzly jersey, man. Y'all already know what it is. The signs from 0 to 0, man. You already know what the fuck it is, man. The Copper Grizzly jerseys. It's a 1-on-1 too, by the way. Let me shout out to everybody in the chat. Let me shout out to Jan Reiner, Albo God, Sheila King, Ghetto Child Clinic. Make sure y'all share the live stream as well. Jan Reiner, Baby Chris, Darius Matthews, Craig Lloyd, Empress Nama. What's going on with it? Pop Reed, Ghetto Child Clinic. Well, Smoke Signal. The realest N-word alive, Drake Cobb Music, Jonathan Carter. Who else? We got Abdullah Yashar. We got Don Philly. We got Adams. We got Trey Ali in the building. Shout out to Trey. We got Kevin Gilbert, Daz Hosen, True One, Sagittarius Jones, the beautiful Elder Gretchen Hams, Dream Worker, Shamel Thompson, India Goddess, and Matthew Simmons. Man, shout out to everybody in the fucking building, man. You already know the vibes, man. Let me know what y'all at, where y'all at, and what y'all smoking on. Shout out to my nigga DV Hefe, man, in the motherfucking building. Hefe in the motherfucking building. Sorry about the late start, man. I've been running a little behind. I had to reset the time a couple times. You know how it is. Apologize for the technical difficulties. Hopefully everybody's enjoying themselves. How y'all feeling this grand rising? How y'all feeling this grand rising? I just want to make sure that y'all good. Are y'all good this grand rising? You know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful day to be an Aboriginal. We're gonna get the part 2 of the video that we was playing yesterday. We'll finish that up strong. Then we got some shit lined up for you guys this week. How y'all feeling this Grand Rising? How y'all feeling? It's some negative shit I want to talk about, but I'm not on no negative wave right now. We're on peace and positive energy right now. We vibrating at a frequency that my enemies don't even know exists. Y'all remember the quote, right, from yesterday, right? In a land full of lies, the honest guy becomes the villain. You make sure y'all remember that. Keep spreading that truth. Keep waking up your people, man. Keep waking up your people. You understand me? Sometimes the truth hurt. You know what I'm saying? They try to bury us. Yeah, that's another one. Shout out to my nigga Hawk School. They try to bury us in the dirt, not knowing that we were seeds. And watch how we're growing. We're prospering. And hopefully we'll be able to reap the fruits of our labor. We're going to keep the information flowing on this stream. Excuse me. We'll keep the information flowing on this stream. Let me get some more water mouth dry already. Whew. Let's get it together, goddamn. Shout out to everybody in the building. In a land full of lies, the honest guy becomes the villain. All right? I just want to keep that embedded in you guys' brains as you constantly drop this information. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the truth hurts and shit like that. You know what I mean? But we got to always tell our people the truth, because there's too many other people that is designing and crafting other things to lie to you about. If everybody's lying, you're going to think everybody's lying, but everybody's not lying. Some people are actually telling the truth, and sometimes they often hurt you more than the lie. Sometimes when the guy tells the truth, you become the bad guy. So this is the point I want to make, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. I see we lit in here, Miami, Florida in the building. Everybody in the building. This is the Wake and Bake Show. So it's only motherfucking right that we light up a wood in tradition. You understand me? Let me get this bullshit off the screen. All right. So it's only right that we do this shit within tradition, man. I got 30 seconds to light y'all woods up. All right. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. It's your brother Aboriginal Power, man. Hopefully y'all enjoying y'all live stream today. All righty then, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. Are y'all ready to get into this fire-ass live stream I got lined up for you guys? If y'all ready, man, go and drop them fire emojis in the chat right now. Let's try to get like 300 people in this bitch right now today. All right. Lying, trying to make money for the fake joints. Hell nah, nigga better not be trying to make no money off of a nigga like especially off the fake ones. Hey, man, y'all see the Copper Grizzly jersey, man. The blue and orange, man. It's a beautiful color, man. Y'all know what's up, man. I see the fire emojis in the chat. We're going to get right into the heat, man. I ain't going to hold y'all up. We about to get right into this shit. Let's get it.
Involved in 1806.
Let me run that back just a tad bit so we'll know what's going on.
That defied conventional explanation. Banking family, and ultimately the.
Now, mind you, the international banking company was started by these Rockefellers, these Rothschilds, and we got to understand that the anti-federal government was one of the main stance against this whole anti-federal government shit that was going on. They was the strong point in 1839. So leading up to the World's Fair, you had the anti-government party, the anti-federal government party that was making majority of the rules and decisions in America. So that's some shit that we're gonna have to touch on too, man. Like this is gonna be a good ass bill. I like the second half that we're about to get into, man. Make sure y'all get prepared for the pay-per-view this weekend. This Sunday, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. American Gods, the pay-per-view. Y'all gonna want to be there, man. It's gonna be one of them ones. Shout out to TT Portier in the building. Shout out to Copper Tone. Shout out to Shay Pink 40. And shout out to Root Words in the building, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Make sure y'all drop them fire emojis in the chat. Let's continue, man. I don't want to keep talking.
Trip in the fabric of space-time. Become the Grand Duchy of Frankfurt and the Confederation of the Rhine.
Mic check. Y'all couldn't hear that shit the whole time? My bad, gang. Players fuck up. Players fuck up. My bad. My bad. Y'all know this like the second time I did it here. Don't hit that wood. Get the fuck on. My bad. I'm gone. We're going to get it cracking now. Let's go. Let's get back to the beginning.
This trip in the fabric of space-time, no precedent. I think this trip in the fabric of space-time allowed for non-human souls to incarnate in human form. Because in 1744, Mayer Amschel Rothschild was born in Frankfurt, Germany. He established his banking business there in the 1760s, marking the start of the international banking family and ultimately the central banking system. It is interesting to note that when Mayer Amschel Rothschild died in 1812, the Free City of Frankfurt in the Holy Roman Empire had become the Grand Duchy of Frankfurt in the Confederation of the Rhine after the Holy Roman Empire was dissolved in 1806 during the Napoleonic Wars. Prior to the dissolution of the Holy Roman Empire, the imperial throne of the Holy Roman Empire was occupied by the House of Habsburg. Also called the House of Austria, the House of Habsburg was one of the most distinguished and influential royal houses of Europe, and in addition to Portugal and Spain, produced the kings of Bohemia, Hungary, Croatia, Galicia, as well as the emperors of Austria, Austria-Hungary, and Mexico, and principalities in the Netherlands and Italy, also known as the Ancien Regime, or Ancient Regime. The male line died out in 1740 with the death of Emperor Charles VI, and as a result of the War of Austrian Succession that took place between 1740 and 1748, the Empress Maria Theresa had to concede Habsburg lands in Austria, Spain, and Italy to other powers as part of the terms of the 1748 Treaty of Aix-la-Chapelle, which also confirmed the right of succession of the German House of Hanover to the British throne. This is significant information that I will tie back in as I go through my presentation. Then on February 6 of 1748, Bavarian Illuminati founder Adam Weishaupt was born in Ingolstadt, Bavaria, Germany, went to a Jesuit school at the age of 7, and was initiated into Freemasonry in 1777. Weishaupt's radicalism got him in trouble with the ruler of Bavaria, and he fled to the Duchy of Saxe-Gotha-Altenburg.
Yeah, the Madrid earthquake was actually only recorded in North America, dominantly in the southeast and leading out to the northwest area. They actually have a chart of what the effects and the aftershocks look like, spreading out from certain areas of America. So yeah, the Madrid earthquake happened in North America. Hey man, we got 121 people in here. Let's get a few people to support the channel today, man. If y'all want to support the channel, Cash App and PayPal information is at the bottom of the screen, y'all. Okay, Cash App, PayPal information at the bottom of the screen. Make sure y'all share the live stream and support the channel. Actually, shout out to my brother Craig Lloyd for supporting the channel. Shout out to my brother Craig Lloyd for supporting the channel, man. We gotta show love to my brother Craig. Make sure y'all support the channel, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. Let's continue the live stream, y'all. Let's go.
Under the protection of Duke Ernest starting in 1784. Weishaupt published a number of works about Illuminism and the Illuminati there, and died in Gotha in 1830, which is also interesting to note because the city of Gotha is the place of origin of the House of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha, which produced the ruling houses of Europe. More on this in a moment. It is interesting to note that the revolutions of 1830 took place in France, Belgium, Italy, Brazil, Poland, and Switzerland, the same year Adam Weishaupt died in November. These revolutions led to the establishment of constitutional monarchies in France, with King Louis-Philippe I of the Habsburg House of Bourbon as the monarch and last king of France. Notice the differences in complexion of these portraits of him, findable in a search, with the fourth one appearing to be a photograph of a man with a darker skin complexion. The two-tone facial coloration of the portrait of King Louis-Philippe I reminded me of another one I had seen like that. I had seen it with the two-tone face of King Charles III of Spain, shown here. Then these are existing portraits and statues for comparison of King Philip II of Spain, also ruler of Portugal, as well as England and Ireland for a time, and the son of Holy Roman Emperor Charles V. These two portraits of Emperor Charles V are also available to find in an internet search, again with similar facial structure between the two portraits, with the tilt of the chins and the similar clothing. The 1830 revolutions in Europe also led to Leopold, the son of Duke Francis of Saxe-Coburg-Saalfeld, which soon became the House of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha, becoming King Leopold I of Belgium. One of King Leopold's nephews, Prince Albert, married his first cousin, Queen Victoria, in 1840, who was the daughter of Prince Edward of England and Princess Victoria of Saxe-Coburg-Saalfeld. Another one of his nephews, Ferdinand of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha, married Maria II, the Queen of Portugal, and their son Pedro V of Portugal ruled from 1853 to 1861, at which time he was said to have died of cholera or typhoid fever, along with several of his brothers and other members of the royal family. The significance of the marriage of Ferdinand to Maria was the joining of the Portuguese House of Braganza with the German House of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha. This is its coat of arms, with two green wyvern supporters on either side of the insignia, and the wyvern tail within. As a matter of fact, the wyvern tail section is found in the coats of arms of not only the Duchy of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha, but in other European royal houses it's seated, like that of Hungary, Belgium, Bulgaria, and seen in Prince Albert's personal coat of arms. I could do a deep dive down into the House of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha, but for the purposes of this presentation today, suffice it to say that starting with the War of Austrian Succession in the 1740s, it certainly appears that the different wars and revolutions were all about bringing down the once stable hereditary ruling houses of the ancient regime going far back in time, whose identity was misrepresented and whitewashed in our historical narrative. New royal families replaced them from the same line out of the Saxe-Coburg and Gotha lineage, with the images of the wyvern, an unambiguously malicious predator in its coat of arms, which therein signifies war, envy, and...
Now, when we get into the science of the dragon, we got to talk about the dragon, especially when it being a plumed serpent, or dragon being some type of flying snake, if you will. And the dragon or the dragon goes all the way back. It goes all the way back to King John, which is Prester John, King Prester John, who talks about he spoke a dragon language. If you ever read the book Prester John, it goes into him speaking a language that dragons speak. Dragons speak a tongue that can be understood by humans, by mankind. And this is the legend or the story or the fictional story. It goes into Prester John mastering the language of the dragon, and in certain ordinances he was speaking dragon tongue to hide the actual information. And so the dragon always played a very significant part in our culture, especially when you get into people like Kukulkan Khan, right? Quetzalcoatl. Quetzalcoatl himself was depicted as a dragon. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, shout out to everybody in the building, man. Support the channel, man. Let's turn
revolutions were all about bringing down the once stable hereditary ruling houses of the ancient regime, going far back in time, whose identity was misrepresented and whitewashed in our historical narrative. New royal families replaced them from the same line out of the Saxe, Coburg, and Gotha lineage, with the images of the wyvern, an unambiguously malicious predator in its coat of arms, which therein signifies war, envy, and pestilence, and new forms of government were established, which led us to today's world. More on this later. Other things I found happening starting in 1830 as well in our historical narrative include German Jewish immigrants starting primarily around 1830, arriving in cities all along important waterways like the Mississippi River.
Listen, man, I'm gonna tell y'all flat out. The 1830s was the last stronghold for Americans. Like, we literally had the game on smash for Negroes in America. This is when white people started to take control or do the switcheroo. A lot of people think it happened when they first came here, 1700s, 15, 16, 17. No, nigga, this shit happened in the mid 1800s when these people started to take control. So technically, they haven't had that much power over us for that long. We're probably the you know what I mean, the few that did witness these beasts. And they just started formulating a plan to where they become masters at it. We obviously see them colonizing the world now, you know, at rapid pace. And one of the few people that they have not been able to subdue are the American Aborigines. I'm not saying there ain't no coons in our motherfucking camp, but I'm saying for the most part, we not them people that just bootlick and kiss the white man ass. These other motherfucking places do that. You understand me? So, hey, pat your motherfucking self on the back as American Aborigine.
1830, arriving in cities all along important waterways like the Mississippi River and Ohio River valleys, setting up shop, monetizing all available resources through the creation of the new economy, including the development of different industry sectors over time, and providing the currency and financial institutions for the new economy. National banks were established between 1863 and 1935 that were authorized to issue national banknotes to banks throughout the United States and its territories. Starting in the 1830s as well, alcoholic beverages became widely available and were promoted for consumption.
Right. What else happened in the 1830s? All of a sudden, these alcohol beverages, you got breweries being taken over. And these breweries that we showed y'all really are leftover structures from a prior civilization that was already here, our ancestors. So, yeah, they came up with this whole idea to intoxicate the nation. You know what I'm saying? It's the intoxication of the nation is what they did. They try to use this as a form of warfare to destroy us. You understand me? And this how you know what I mean? And we made this shit like it ain't nothing. We'll turn that shit to anything is possible. You understand me? It'll be anything is possible. Fuck that. We don't allow these people to take over us. Most of the bums and alcoholics in the community are middle-aged white women and men. That's the biggest consumers of alcohol. Middle-aged white women and middle-aged white men. Facts. So seems like that intoxication of the nation plan backfired, if you will.
To the general population. Also starting in the 1830s, there was a population explosion of poor people and parentless children, and prominent people, read elitist, in both Europe and America, organized charitable aid movements with a stated mission of helping people find their way out of impoverishment, providing guidance, advice, and at the same time, providing the bare minimum of charitable aid. The prevailing social attitudes of the mid-19th century blamed people for their poverty and applied the notions of worthy and unworthy poor to charitable aid. I even found the house of Saxe, Coburg, and Gotha in the Republic of Texas, starting in 1842 in the form of the Mainzer Adelsverein, or Nobility Society of Mainz. One of the founding members of the Adelsverein was Ernest II, the Duke of Saxe, Coburg, and Gotha, and the older brother of Prince Albert. The Nobility Society of Mainz.
Now, mind you, we can't even always take these photos at face value, because we know for a fact through evidence and documentation, we done caught them in a few lies on what we call whitewashing. So just because we haven't found the literal proof of this whitewashing, don't mean that this photo is the actual photo of whom they talking about. They do a lot of whitewashing, man. So I'm just letting you know this right now. Just letting y'all know we got a critical thing when we looking at a lot of this evidence. We got 138 people in here. Let's try to get 200 people in here before the hour marker. Seriously, y'all. Shout out to everybody in the building. The only way we're going to be able to get 200 people in the live stream unless we get each and every one of you guys to share the live stream at least one time on whatever social media platform of your choice. Share the live stream, support the channel, thumb up the video, man. Shout out to all the American Aborigines in the building. If y'all want to support the channel, Cash App, PayPal information at the bottom of the screen. Hey, man, shout out to all the American Aborigines, man. Drop a fire emoji in the chat if y'all are enjoying the build. You know what I mean? That just let me know that y'all enjoying it. So drop a fire emoji in the chat. Let's go.
Gotha, and the older brother of Prince Albert. The Nobility Society of Mainz was organized on April 20th of 1842 as a colonial attempt to establish a new Germany within the borders of Texas through organized mass immigration, and land was purchased via land grants from the Republic of Texas. It was a colonization campaign said to have lasted only until 1853 due to a large amount of debt. On a different subject, I believe pre-existing infrastructure was dug out of mudflows by immigrants from different countries and not built by them, and or restarted in order to be able to use whatever form of infrastructure it was, like canals, railroads, and streetcars, among many other things, and not by the people who took the credit for building them, like the Wabash and Erie Canal in Indiana, with a groundbreaking said to occur in 1832. Its construction completed by 1853 between Toledo, Ohio, and Evansville, Indiana, we are told it was made immediately obsolete with the opening of the Evansville and Crawfordsville Railroad to Terre Haute that opened the same year, and that only 2 flat barges made the entire trip. Dubbed one of the wonders of the world in the 19th century, construction of it using immigrant labor was set.
Let's run that back a little bit. New Germany?
Only until 1853 due to a large amount of debt. On a different subject, I believe pre-existing infrastructure was dug out of mudflows by immigrants from different countries and not built by them, and or restarted in order to be able to use whatever form of infrastructure it was, like canals, railroads, and streetcars, among many other things, and not by the people who took the credit for building them, like the Wabash and Erie Canal in Indiana, with a groundbreaking said to occur in 1832. Its construction completed by 1853 between Toledo, Ohio, and Evansville, Indiana, we are told it was made immediately obsolete with the opening of the Evansville and Crawfordsville Railroad to Terre Haute that opened the same year, and that only 2 flat barges made the entire trip. Dubbed one of the wonders of the world in the 19th century, construction of it using immigrant labor was said to have started in 1836, with the tunnel being hand-dug and black powder blasted, and that more than 6 million bricks were used in the building of it. We are told that after all...
Look at this structure right here, and look at this. 6 million bricks. They said a total over 6 million bricks was used in the construction of this tunnel pre-1900s. 1850s, 1860s, 1830s, 1840s, they constructed on this motherfucking structure with wooden tools, hand dug, and black powder blasted. That don't even make sense. That shit sounded good when they wrote that shit until they, you know what I mean? Until some niggas like us that's way smarter than these old billies come through and start challenging their narrative.
All that work, and after nearly bankrupting the C&O Canal Company, that by the time it opened in 1850, it was already rendered obsolete by the railroad. John D. Rockefeller was born in 1839 in the United States, the progenitor of the wealthy Rockefeller family, and considered to be the wealthiest American of all time. Along with Henry Flagler, an American industrialist and major developer in the state of Florida, Rockefeller founded the Standard Oil Company in 1870, setting the stage.
That's what I'm saying. They talking about he was the richest person in the country in America at the time. No, he wasn't. Because if you remember the Sarah Rector story, I remember the Sarah Rector story, the 12-year-old that inherited her parents' land and had all this oil. Well, do you remember those 3 German men that sent letters wanting to marry the 12-year-old? One of those was a Rothschild. And it's ironic that less than 15 years later, they have their own oil company. Y'all remember the Sir Rector story? The 3 Germans that sent the letter in wanting to inquire and marry the young 12-year-old black girl. Remember? One of those was a Rothschild. I just want to keep that in mind.
For the mass production of gasoline-powered vehicles in the early 20th century. There's mounting evidence there had already been a worldwide free energy system in existence from the original civilization, including electric streetcar systems, which included residential routes like this historic photograph in a Charlotte, North Carolina neighborhood. Electric streetcar systems at one time were in existence everywhere and not just limited to a few places here and there. With the mass production of gasoline-powered vehicles as a result of Henry Ford's assembly lines in Detroit, starting in
Sir Rector on record was the richest person in the world at 12 years old. At 12 years old, she was the richest person in the world. Yeah, one of them wanted her. One of the Germans sent the letter in. Shout out to some baby. Sent the letter to Sir Rector asking can she loan them $2 million. These same companies is what you call Exxon today. Exxon and BP oil is owned by the same people. Catalogs, Fruity Pebbles, Fruit Loops, and Honey Nut Cheerios is all owned by the same person. I just want to let y'all know that. This is the game that they play.
In 1913, within a short period of time, like as soon as 25 years, electric streetcar lines were replaced with cars and buses, like the Lightning Route in Montgomery in Alabama, said to have been in operation for only 50 years, from 1886 to 1936. This is the original Pennsylvania station in New York City, said to have been built between.
Now look at this. This building, what y'all think this building is? This is a fucking post office, I think. Come on, man. Who the fuck would build a post office with this immaculate structure? You could have just put up a wooden shack. That's what they was normally doing according to their history in the 1800s. There wasn't even no cities out in the West Coast until after 1850. So prior to 1850, you still finding structures like this. Seriously.
1905 and 1910, and demolished in 1963. Why build a massive building of heavy masonry and demolish it after only 53 years of use? This makes no sense, and was the fate of many of these original railroad terminals. In summary of this part, I believe there was a deliberately caused cataclysm that allowed for the consolidation of great wealth and power into the hands of a few in a hostile takeover of the Earth's grid system and humanity. They created a whole new culture to control us through addictions, distractions, and money, and they do not have humanity's best interest at heart, and I believe they do not have human souls. The original culture was that of the ancient and highly advanced Moorish civilization, which existed until relatively recently. We are still using their enduring architecture. This is Bow Bridge in Central Park in New York City on the left, and El Paso High School in Texas on the right, and their respective dates of construction in our historical narrative. Now I'm going to talk about the Moors and who they are because of what happened to them. The first step in liquidating a people is to erase its memory, destroy its books, its culture, its history, then have someone write new books, manufacture a new culture, invent a new history. Before long, the nation will begin to forget what it is and what it was. Quoted from Milan Kundera, a Czech writer who went into exile in France in 1975. He published the Book of Laughter and Forgetting, and it was about how the Czechs opposed the communist regime in various ways. Now I'm going to introduce the Moorish paradigm, with the definition of paradigm being a way of looking at something. Once I came into the awareness of the Moors and a worldwide unified civilization based on sacred geometry, aligning everything with each other, including heaven and earth, Everything I had questions about started to make sense. The discovery of the North American star tetrahedron and planetary alignments led me to a deep understanding of the Moorish paradigm. All of the infrastructure on the earth carries the same signature and hand of design from ancient times to modern. Moor, M-O-O-R, equals Mu-or, M-U-U-R, equals Mu, also known as Lemuria. The Moors go back in Earth's history to Mu and represent a continuous civilization through Atlantis and up until relatively modern times. Instead of the historical narrative we have been taught, I am seeing that there was an ancient global unified civilization, the Moorish Empire, and that all of Earth's infrastructure was built by the Moors. Since this is not in our historical narrative, we don't even question what we are told about it being built by other cultures or civilizations. Moorish masons of the ancient ones were the master builders of civilization, and their handiwork is all over the planet, from ancient to modern. All of their Moorish science symbolism was taken over by other groups, claiming to be them, falsely claiming their works, or piggybacking on their legacy, or given a darker meaning by association with certain things that were not the original meaning. Marco Rodin, inventor of the torus-shaped Rodin coil, unlocked the key to vortex-based mathematics, the template for the universe, from studying Baha'i scriptures. From this, he came up with the number 9, which Baha'i scriptures and other ancient texts spoke of as the most omnipotent number. He drew a circle as depicted in the top left picture, with the numbers 1 through 9 drawn around it. From what he discovered, an intriguing number system was contained therein. This led to awareness that this number system, based on the relationship between the numbers 3, 6, and 9, was the mathematical fingerprint of God. And on the left is a symbol for vortex-based mathematics. On the right is the Moorish masonry symbol that has come down to us as a symbol for Western Freemasonry. Another example of taking over the symbolism of the Moors is the Great Seal of the Moors on the left, with the eye at the top of the pyramid relating to the pineal gland and mankind's journey to reconnect with our divine natures, and the symbol on the right, on the back of the US $1 bill, commonly associated with the New World Order and Big Brother. What is the true meaning of Islam?
What is the true meaning of Islam? Peace. I self-law am master. I self-law am master. You understand me? That means just you got to master yourself. The true journey is understanding who you are. You understand me? A lot of that's been stripped away from you. And that's why a lot of our brothers have been doing a lot of research proving that we are here and our ancestors did this. And then now you got these new guys coming around. Shout out to the new guys that don't learn nothing. May wisdom and experience be abundance to you at some point in time, but they're teaching the wrong things. They're teaching that Europeans came over here and built this when Europeans didn't even have the science. You know, and we got to realize that, man. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Can we get a few people to support the channel? Let's get a few people to support the channel today, man. Let's get a few people to support the channel today. Before we even get cracking, let's get 160 likes in the building. We only got like 119 likes. Can we get a few more likes in the building? 60 likes in the building. Can we get a few more likes in the building? That's all we ask. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building. We got 115 likes and got down to 200 people in. Can we get the likes up, y'all? What's going on with y'all, man? Hey, new merch coming soon, man. It ain't going to be none of these, but I might be doing, I got a couple jerseys I want to give away sometime this year for the people that really support the channel, man. We'll probably do a show and be doing a giveaway, man, to a couple people in the chat, man. We got a Supreme Chief Holiday jersey. We got, and that's a 1 of 1, by the way. We got a Big Aboriginal Power Copper Grizzly jersey, which is a 1 of 1 as well. And we got some other things, man. We really getting embodied with the community, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I really appreciate everybody in here. Make sure y'all thumb up the video. It's very important for you guys to support the real, man. We on like almost 40 days in a row. We almost on 40 days in a row of heat. Y'all let me know when I need to slow down. You understand me? You let me know when I need to slow down. You heard? We on almost 40 days of heat, man. Y'all fucking with the God or not, man? Support the channel, man. We do this shit for the Aborigines, man. The voice of the Aborigines, man. Told y'all yesterday, I don't have no issues with nobody in the community. I'm here to uplift anybody that's elevating and implanting and inserting the fact that we was here and we not from there. There meaning anywhere else besides American soil. You understand me? So just that's all I'm with, man. I want to make sure that we elevating the youth. The youth watches us. So they hearing the bickering, they hearing the side, they hearing the splitting, they hearing the division. They react to that. You understand me? And we don't want that to be a part of their repertoire. You know what I'm saying? As we mold the future. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Drop a fire emoji if you're enjoying the motherfucking channel. Support the channel, man. We ain't had nothing but my boy Craig support the channel. Y'all support it.
Islam in its original form is about mastering self in physical form, as well as applied sacred geometry and natural law. It was nothing like the weaponized form of radical Islam we see today that is playing such a divisive and destructive role in the world that is not in accordance with humanity's best interests, by design, I might add. The Moors were the custodians of the ancient Egyptian mysteries, according to George G.M. James in his book Stolen Legacy, and still are to this day. Cities, sacred mountains, lakes, and other places worldwide are aligned on a flower of life pattern, and all have the same characteristics. They appear to be bringing the heavens to earth and aligning earth to the heavens. I realized there was a code of keywords that cover up ancient infrastructure by calling them natural features. Words like red rocks, canyons, mountains, creeks, and rivers are just a few examples among a host of landscape features. There are precise alignments that occurred worldwide from ancient times until relatively modern times. This is Keyhole Rock at Viper Beach on the top left at Big Sur in California. The light comes through the keyhole arch perfectly during the winter solstice time of year in December and January. The Durdle Door near Lulworth, England in Dorset on the top right also has a solar alignment during the winter solstice period. This is Mesa Arch in Canyonlands National Park in Utah on the bottom left, showing a solar alignment. And Turret Arch, perfectly framed through an
perfectly arched, they said. And that motherfucking sun just shine right through that little hole. That it possibly could be being made.
Another archway at Arches National Park in Utah on the bottom right, where we are told there are 2,000 natural stone arches at least. I consistently see intentional terraforming. Top right also has a solar alignment during the winter solstice period. This is Mesa Arch in Canyonlands National Park in Utah on the bottom left, showing a solar alignment. And Turret Arch, perfectly framed through another archway at Arches National Park in Utah on the bottom right, where we are told there are 2,000 natural stone arches at least. I consistently see intentional terraforming of the earth from ancient times by master builders to create harmony, beauty, and balance between heaven and earth based on geometric principles. Now I'm going to show you only a few examples of the symmetry, proportion, and alignment in architecture, but I have found that this is the case all over the world.
Hey, so listen, peep this. Maybe these structures right here are a lot older than these structures, obviously. Maybe these are a few thousand years, but maybe these particular structures are petrified ruins of structures from 1,000,000 years ago. Maybe this is some of the earliest working of craftsmanship and archery and masonry. Maybe this is some of that shit, right? The echo is not from my channel, y'all. The echo is not from my shit. I'm telling y'all, it's not from my shit. The echo is not from my shit, gang. All right, fuck with me. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. This might be some ancient shit. This might be before the first flood. And then some of these structures that you see later on is coming from after another flood. This shit that's found after another flood. We had several different resets. This is probably from the last reset, but this could be from the first reset. You understand? We gotta pay attention to that. Let's get it.
Geometric principles. Now I'm going to show you only a few examples of the symmetry, proportion, and alignments in architecture, but I have found that this is the case all over the world, including the United States.
Yeah, that beating sound in the background wasn't me neither, man. That's somebody on this, whoever this live stream is. Y'all got me fucked up. That was not me back here beating. I heard that motherfucker say, doom, 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 doom. I'm like, what the fuck, nigga, down there? The fuck is they doing? The fuck is that? You know what I mean? Naughty voice. Goddamn.
The Palace of the Kings of Majorca in Perpignan in southern France on the top left, Oxford University in England in the top middle, the Alhambra in Granada, Spain on the top right, where the Moors have a significant presence in our historical narrative, the École Militaire perfectly framed through the Eiffel Tower's archway in Paris, France, the Hungarian Parliament building framed perfectly through its archways of the Fisherman's Bastion in Budapest in the bottom middle, and St. Peter's Basilica in Vatican City through this archway on the bottom right. Here are some examples of buildings perfectly aligned in archways in the United States that I have found in my research. Seen through the Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Arch in Hartford, Connecticut on the top left, a framed view of the Memorial Church at Stanford University in California on the top right, through the Jefferson Memorial Arch of the Parish Court.
Now this shit look crazy right here. Like these got the same little arches. Like, and you know what's crazy about these cobblestone brick arches? This was first done by Inca architects. This styling of archway was first done by Inca architect, and we're gonna get into that. Make sure y'all tune in for the pay-per-view this Sunday, the American Gods pay-per-view. Make sure y'all tune in. Me and the Tontonist one, Jaguar Omac, and also we will be trying to bring in a special guest also. So make sure y'all tune in for that. Man, I bet they was cussing. But you got to realize a lot of this shit wasn't rebuilt, y'all. A lot of this shit was just reconverted. They found it. It was covered up in mud and debris, and some of it often ruined. And all they did was reconvert these structures. It's a lot. It's a lot of fucking information out here, man. Can we get some fire emojis in the chat? Shout out to all the American Aborigines. I want to make sure y'all can hear me in here, man. Drop some fire emojis in here. If y'all enjoying the build, support the channel, man. Thumb up the video. If you're enjoying the build, thumb up the video, man. Support the channel. Let's try to get 200 people in here. We almost at the hour marker, you guys. If we can get everybody to share this at least one time on social media, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, you know what I'm saying? Twitter, it don't matter. Share the live stream at least one time, man. Shout out to all the American Aborigines in the building, man. We're going to continue this live stream, man. Let's get it.
On the top left, a framed view of the Memorial Church at Stanford University in California on the top right, through the Jefferson Memorial Arch of the Parish Courthouse in Gretna, Louisiana, and the Washington Monument framed between two columns of the Lincoln Memorial. And then you see more alignment of heaven and earth and the reflection of the Washington Monument in the reflecting pool. These precise alignments did not just happen at certain places and certain times. It occurred worldwide from ancient times until relatively modern times. More examples of what I am saying to follow here, but this is the Manhattan Bridge in Brooklyn, New York, with the Empire State Building perfectly framed by the bridge foundation. Many know of the famous solar alignment that happens at the ancient temple of Angkor Wat on the equinox, the time of year when the sun crosses the plane of the Earth's equator, and day and night are of equal length. But what about the not so famous alignments photographed at the Statue of Liberty on the top left, Glastonbury Tor in England, depicted with a solar alignment in the top middle and a lunar alignment? Alignments photographed at the Statue of Liberty on the top left, Glastonbury Tor in England, depicted with a solar alignment in the top middle and a lunar alignment on the top right, and lunar alignments at the Empire State Building on the lower left, the U.S. Capitol Building in the lower middle, and at the Faisal Mosque in Islamabad, Pakistan on the lower right. I found the same phenomena of lunar alignment, particularly the full moon, occurring with lighthouses, like at the Pigeon Point Lighthouse in San Francisco Bay on the left, the Walton Lighthouse in Santa Cruz, California in the middle, and the moon rising over the Navesink Twin Lights in Highlands, New Jersey on the right. The Taj Mahal in India aligns with the full moon as well. The famous story of how the Taj Mahal was built goes thus. It was built between 1631 and 1648 by order of the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan.
Man, nobody built this bullshit made of concrete in the motherfucking 1600s. Come on, man. If y'all believe that shit, I'll be dipped in shit and rolled in breadcrumbs. I'll be dipped in shit and rolled in breadcrumbs if any nigga built this in the 1600s, especially any of these billies that we see. Hell no. That shit way before then. It's come from another civilization, my nigga.
In memory of his favorite wife. And I find it noteworthy that the Hui Mosque in Yinchuan, China, and the Taj Mahal in Agra, India, have some identical design architectural features. The ancient advanced Moorish civilization that is missing from our collective awareness was all about harmony, balance, beauty, sacred geometry, and unity with each other in the universe, and connecting with one's higher self, source, universal self, whatever word you choose. It was a civilization where each being knew it was sovereign and yet an integral part of the whole collective. It was all about aligning heaven and earth.
Hey, my man Moses on some shit. He said master copiers. And the first copiers was the Phoenicians. The first copiers of language and culture and just started copying shit that they seen, acting like they did it, was the Phoenicians. Sorry. That was the first copiers.
And the fullest expression of human potential that there has ever been here on Earth. I have come to believe from my research that the template for the 12 tribes of Israel was an integral part of how the original ancient worldwide civilization was laid out in balance and harmony between each other and the universe, and that Israel was not a specific geographic location. Was a state of being all of the people of the original civilization strove for to become united with one's divine self.
I think that elder lady got her damn mic open, man. That damn mute that damn echo that they got going on over there is just ridiculous, man. Come on now, Miss G. We gotta do better than that, Miss G.
Next, I will explain why I think Zionism is behind the creation of the world we live in today, and who I think the Zionists really are. And it's much more than what we have been told. First, a review of what we are told about Zionism, a movement to return Jews to a Jewish homeland. The Rothschilds purchased Jerusalem in 1829 and subsequently acquired considerable land in Palestine in the 1800s and early 1900s. The First World Zionist Congress was held in Basel, Switzerland in 1897, which was convened by Theodor Herzl for the small minority of Jewry in agreement with the implementation of the Zionist goals. The Protocols of the Learned Elders of Zion was first published in Russia in 1903 after the First World Zionist Congress, describing a Jewish plan for global domination, but was widely called an anti-Semitic forgery. In 1917, the Balfour Declaration was issued by the British government during the First World War, announcing the support for the establishment of a national home for the Jewish people, written by the Foreign Secretary Arthur Balfour to Lord Rothschild, a leader of the British Jewish community. Great Britain had been granted a colonial mandate for Palestine and Transjordan by the League of Nations on April 25th of 1920, which lasted until the formation of Israel in May of 1948. A League of Nations mandate was a legal status for certain territories transferred from the control of one country to another after World War I. In this case, territories that were conceded by the Ottoman Empire following the end of World War I in 1918. Despite growing conflict between Palestinians.
Now, where was the Ottoman Empire at, y'all? Can anybody give me the geographical location, today's name, where the Ottoman Empire was? I just want to see if y'all up on y'all game. Where was the Ottoman Empire at? I just want to make sure y'all paying attention, man. This is class today, so I do like to ask y'all questions and pop quiz. Make sure y'all motherfuckers paying attention. Where was the Ottoman Empire at? Where is it at today? What would they call that place today? Anybody know? Morocco, Turkey, Greece. Y'all saying 3 different things. Boy, woo-wee. North Africa, Liberia Peninsula. Okay. Turkey. It will be Spain today. It will be Spain today. The Al-Andalus. The Grisi gods. Huh? Al-Andalus. Ottoman.
World War I, in this case territories that were conceded by the Ottoman Empire following the end of World War I in 1918. Despite growing conflict between Palestinian Arabs and Palestinian Jews, Truman ultimately...
Before it was called Spain, it was called Al-Andalus. And before it was called Al-Andalus, it was called the Ottoman. I just want to, get that in your brain.
Decided to recognize Israel. David Ben-Gurion proclaimed the establishment of the modern state of Israel on May 14th of 1948, and President Truman recognized the new nation on the same day. On the same day the new state of Israel was proclaimed, the British Army withdrew, and gunfire broke out between Jews and Arabs, and Egypt had launched an air assault that evening. The Central Conference of American Rabbis, or CCAR, declared in its 1937 Columbus Platform an affirmation of the obligation of all Jewry to aid in Palestine's upbuilding as a Jewish homeland, and its assertion in the 1976 Centenary Perspective that we are bound to the newly born state of Israel by innumerable religious and ethnic ties, and both were accepted by the CCAR in the Miami Platform of 1997. So that is pretty much what we are told that Zionism is all about, an international movement originally for the establishment of a Jewish national or religious community in Palestine, and later for the support of modern Israel. Now let's drill down deeper into this subject and see what comes up. The Mormons are Zionist as well, and actually say there was an ancient civilization of Israelites in the Americas. Joseph Smith, the founder of Mormonism and the Latter-day Saint movement, believed that the entirety of the Americas was Zion, and that the American tribes were descended from the Hebrew tribes of Israel.
Hey, my next battle, man, I wish I could have heard some bars I put together, but nigga, let's continue this last one. We got 192 in here. Let's try to get 200 people in here. Shout out to all the American Aborigines in the building. Shout out to all the FBA brothers and sisters in the building. Shout out to everybody viewing this live stream. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. If you're enjoying the live stream, hey, hit the notification bell. Let's continue the live.
Was the founding of the Mormon Church what is defined as controlled opposition? Controlled opposition is a fact that the Latter-day Saint movement believed that the entirety of the Americas was Zion, and that the American tribes were descended from the Hebrew tribes of Israel. Was the founding of the Mormon Church what is defined as controlled opposition? Controlled opposition is a strategy in which an individual, organization, or movement is covertly controlled or influenced by a third party, and the controlled entity's true purpose is something other than its publicly stated purpose. The controlled entity serves a role of mass deception, surveillance, or political and social manipulation. The controlled party is portrayed as being in opposition to the interest of the controlling party. From all of my research, documented in my blog posts and videos, it sure looks to me like the early Mormon leaders were also involved in the creation of the new civilization and narrative, as well as Catholic orders like the Jesuit and Franciscan missionaries, the hierarchy of the Roman Catholic Church, and the royal houses of Europe.
The Franciscans and the Jesuits is the ones who actually seen our true shit. If you go look at Mormon documentation, Franciscans explorers documentations, you will understand in in the Jesuit documentation, you'll start understanding that these people was already seeing the buildings here, the gold, the bathing. Matter of fact, the Jesuit letters talks about the Aborigine people here, the Indian people here. They call them Negroes, and it talks about how brilliant they was, how they listened, they strong, they very proportioned. Very well proportioned. It goes into very acute details of the people in America by the Jesuits. So, look up the Jesuit letters.
Europe, and their secret activities involved with the creation of the New World Order were carried out with the involvement of the highest echelons of secret societies, including the Freemasons, Oddfellows, the Knights of Pythias, and the Skull and Bones Society. I think Zionism is the vehicle by which the world's controllers, known by names such as the Illuminati, Cabal, Globalist Elite, and Bilderbergers, that planned and executed the corporate structure for their global takeover of the world's finances, resources, and people. They are a small number of related elitist family bloodlines, hidden in different nationalities and religions, to carry out their plans for world domination. There is a lot more to all of this, but this is the nutshell version of what I have found in my research. I want to end this by saying I personally believe the world's elitist controllers will not get away with what they have done, and I see that more and more people are awakening.
That's something from the standpoint of your research. It's interesting. I think the most interesting fact is how they take the pictures, you hear an echo. What's going on right now? All of a sudden.
Girl, ain't no all of a sudden. We've been hearing that motherfucking echo for the whole damn time. You just now talking about you heard echo. Lady, Miss G, get it together.
Change the narrative and do all of this just to and then I would assume there has to be at least a generation in between there, when they would write themselves in. You have to do something with the generation that knows the truth. They get away with that.
Please, ma'am. Please get rid of that.
I have researched a lot. And so if I'm right, and they created the cataclysm, and I believe that if it wasn't deliberately caused, we wouldn't be here today. There would have been no rebuilding. There would have been nothing. I mean, the plan was so laid out that it has to be intentional. And they repopulated the earth, I believe, by baby nurseries. There's a lot of people talking about that, infantoriums. I think the orphan train movement was involved in this. The memory didn't carry forward because most of the population was young, and they got the adults drunk. And there were all these orphanages that popped up everywhere. And so I think that was what was going on. They were repopulating the earth. They were very disdainful of humans or human beings, very poorly treated, which continues on to this day. The non-human controllers see people as a commodity. And I hate to say things like food source, but that's in there too, energy source. And I don't like to go into the darker things that are going on, but they're happening. And if you're following alternative information, you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with pedophilia and worse, satanic ritual abuse and sacrifice and things like that. I mean, it's not good. And it's just gotten so out of hand in the last couple of decades. It's just starting to come out. I mean, I know when I first awoke to that was a couple of years ago when I was following some people on Gaia.com on the internet. And so I was learning about it. And I think now there's a lot more people that know about it, but it's still not very well known in the general population about what's been going on.
Yeah, and I was looking at the stadium phenomena. I get a comparison between the old so-called Roman Colosseum gladiator sports and the modern day sports arenas and the collection of the adrenaline, the loosh, like somebody called it loosh. So the loosh that we know that they live off of, which now they get it. I guess basically they're harvesting loot from fear more so. And I know there hasn't been as many arena sports over the last, year or 14 months or 16 months while we've been going through this. So I'm wondering, so they've exchanged the adrenaline coming out of, the football, baseball, basketball arenas for the fear of dying from sea. But they still, they did it in the Roman Colosseum days, all of the fighting of the gladiators and the blood and all that, and that energy, they literally are harvesting. So what they're living off now, I mean, it's maybe they're changing the way what they get it from, but they're still, because that's their source of I'm assuming it's what they live off of, what empowers them.
That's what empowers them.
Yeah.
And it's very nasty. And my awareness is just expanding, and every time I go to research, I'm finding new information, and it includes the Earth's grid system and the electrical circuitry of the original civilization on the Earth. That includes stadiums and racetracks, and I'm finding geometric relationships between airports and racetracks in very diverse places, where like northeast or southwest of major international airports, I'm finding racetracks and like thoroughbred racing tracks. And I think that's exactly what they're doing. They're harnessing that energy. They have betting there, they have casinos there, they have excitement there, they have people just like I'll never gamble. I don't have enough money, but people spending money, and they've just capitalized on all of these features to gain their own wealth. And that's been what's going on. And I do believe it's coming to an end, but that's what's been going on. And, it stops. And for, any language issues and how I'm describing things, my whole perspective has completely changed, and I completely embrace the Moorish paradigm. I have absolutely no doubts in my mind as to the truth of what I'm sharing. So, anyway, it's a learning curve, and it's a learning experience for all of us. But I do want to share that with.
Man, listen. At the end of the motherfucking day, we know that these bastards lying. We didn't caught them in their lies. We didn't even showed it in real time. So I don't give a fuck. Can't nobody tell me a motherfucking thing. Look at Miss G. Somebody said like she smelled boo-boo. Somebody fought it. Hell no. Y'all be playing too much. Yeah, you better stop fucking with Miss G. Shout out to y'all in the chat, man. Make sure y'all thumb up the video. Support the channel, man. Support the channel, man. Man, we know that this history of the people that was here prior to Europeans wasn't savages. If they invented certain things that modern society needs today, if they invented these things thousands of years ago, how are they primitive by the time of the arrival of Europeans? You see what I'm saying? I'm going to drop the link in the chat. If anybody want to come on, drop the link in the chat. I see a lot of niggas be trying to jump on the wave in the morning, man. Y'all be trying to jump on my wave. Y'all know we got the Wake and Bake live streams on Smashy, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. I'm going to give y'all 60 seconds to hit the like button, hit the link, thumb up the video, and to support the channel, man. We ain't had nobody support the channel today. Hit that link and come on, man.
Yeah. Alright, man, all I'm saying is, nigga, you always got something to say. It's like you don't shut up.
On the track.
A lot of niggas died 1865. Single Michael fled high, I ain't gon' let it ride. Everybody hot and black was never on your side. They do maps to tell your apps where you sleep at night. They put that white man on. Got you begging them for answers like that white man know. Had you swearing you was African, that's that white man home. Had you proud to be a savage, that's that white man's zone. And I ain't talking shit, this by definition. And being
Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We are back. We are back. We are back, man. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Waiting on a couple people to get off in here, man, so we can get this thing cracking. It is an open panel section, man. We're gonna let the people rock out. I want to get into some questions. So if anybody have any questions, anybody want to come on and bring some information, build, or even challenge the information, link is in the chat, man. Link is in the motherfucking chat. So let's get it, man. Let's get it in. But yeah, man, we know that they've been trying to rewrite history and hide the true accomplishments, the inventions, the innovations of the Aboriginal people here, man. And we doing everything we can to stop that, to make sure that the truth comes out. Who click like this while we can't win? Yeah, right. The link is in the chat too, man. We had Truthful try to come on, but something was going on with his mic. The link, the StreamYard link to hop on the panel is in the chat, man. So if y'all want to hit the link and come on and come speak, hit the link and come on, man. We getting it cracking today, man. We getting it cracking. Shout out to all the American Aborigines, man. Hey, make sure y'all support the channel, man. What's going on with y'all today? Y'all acting like y'all don't want to support the movement. Like we ain't on down there 40 days in a row. Like we ain't on down there 40 days in a row of heat. You understand me? Like we ain't on 40 days of heat already out here, man. Come on, man. Support the channel. But I don't know how I sound. Okay. Shit, it don't matter how you sound, man. As long as you on here asking questions and dropping heat, we good for that. As long as you dropping. Damn, that shit kicked me out. I don't know what the hell was going on with that. That motherfucker just tried to kick me the fuck out. They like, nah, nigga. Fuck that.
This is Blanco.
I want to kind of get into some shit real quick. I want to let y'all see something real quick while we on here and while we allow a few people on the panel. You understand what I mean? Yeah, man. We need y'all to hit that like button. We need y'all to hit that like button. I want to kind of get into some shit real quick. We're gonna get into I'm gonna give y'all a little sneak peek real quick. I'm gonna give y'all a little sneak peek of some shit. I'm gonna give y'all a sneak peek of some shit. Give y'all a sneak peek. Hold on. I got y'all. Y'all remember the Chicago bill, right? That I showed y'all the other day, right? Y'all remember the Chicago bill I showed y'all the other day? Let's get into a little bit of it. Let's give y'all a little sneak peek.
Go ahead and get this started. So, we're going to start with Chicago. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen a lot of different videos about this. So there's just several anomalies that don't really add up when it comes to the history that they give us. And I mean, lots of you guys have probably heard about the World's Fairs, right? And how they all have these similar architectures. And, you know, a lot of these fairs were kind of collecting, or how the story goes, collecting a lot of artifacts and technologies that were supposedly, you know, kind of like the top of the line stuff during this age. So, but the weird part of the story is that these structures basically got destroyed, or they were completely made to be temporarily just built, not for long periods of time, and then so they destroyed them and basically took them down. But there's just so many different things that kind of come together on why this mainstream story may be kind of some kind of cover up. So we'll start there, you know, just looking at some of these pictures. They look very Victorian, very European, and it's called the White City. And so, a lot of these buildings don't really look as if they're, from a temporary material. I mean, it looks pretty magnificent. And so we're just going to go through a lot of the inconsistencies. I can't even speak right now. But let's just start off with the raising of Chicago. All right. So in Wikipedia, there's this big event where basically they rose all the buildings in Chicago by 6 feet because it was built in like some swampland or whatever. So in Wikipedia, it says, during the 1850s and 1860s, engineers carried out a piecemeal raising of the level of central Chicago. Streets, sidewalks, and buildings were physically raised on jack screws, right? So these little things, right? They're basically saying that they lifted these huge buildings, right? It's a crazy story. So the work was funded by private property owners and public funds. And during the 19th century, the elevation of the Chicago area was a little higher than the shoreline of Lake Michigan. So for many years, there was little or no naturally occurring drainage from the city's surface. The lack of drainage caused unpleasant living conditions, and standing water harbored pathogens that caused numerous epidemics, including typhoid fever and dysentery, which blighted Chicago 6 years in a row. So, and this kind of ties into other things as well, but they basically lift this up because of the unsanitary conditions, because there's too much water, right? So you're getting some ideas that maybe there was a mud flood of some sort, and this is kind of the cover up that they use to basically get around that. And this also kind of ties into the whole idea that many of these cities didn't even have a
Hey, man, I'm not even going to play no more of it, man. That's it, man. That's all y'all get. That's all y'all get for right now. Because, hey, this going to be one of them ones. That's going to be one of them ones. Make sure y'all support the channel, man. Make sure y'all support the channel. Link in the chat. I want to get a few people on to ask some questions, man. Y'all acting all scary and shit. Shout out to my boy Earl Willer, man. We got somebody to support the channel today, man. And make sure y'all show Earl Willer some love in the chat, man. He sent in the cash out down there. He said, "For you woke my eyes up to the brick buildings in all cities." I'm glad I'm able to do that, man. We're here to just wake people up, man. So, yeah. I left my mic in Lake Ridge, bro. Oh, yeah, it's all good. You don't need no mic to get on here. What you talking about? I just had to think about that. Shout out to my boy Earl Willer, man. Make sure y'all show him some love in the chat for supporting the channel, man. Hey, y'all make sure y'all support the channel. Don't let Earl Willer be the only one to support Big Aboriginal Power platform. We almost on 40 days of heat, man. We almost on 40 days of heat. Nobody else coming in there dropping heat like that. Nobody doing that. You know what I'm saying? Who all doing that? Keep it real. The link is in the chat, though. They just be lying and stealing our motherfucking history, and it be like, damn. And then we got other people coming over here that's telling us that we ain't even created. They going with the same narrative that which is the lie. Like, why y'all pushing a lie for? And when we see people of our kind coming and acting like they Aboriginals and Indians, and they're deliberately pushing the lie that we're catching, that means that you're working with them people that we're trying to go against. That we're catching in a lie. You're working with them people. Don't nobody want to question this. I understand that. Maybe y'all can come on and build with me then. Somebody come on and build before I end this motherfucker. But at the end of the day, it's so much work that we got to do, and there's so much lies that they have told us. It'll take 100 archaeologists for 100 years in one country just to even start scratching the surface. And like I said, the lie is definitely comfortable to people. It's also been supported by people. And obviously that's why I came up with the slogan that I came up with, which is In the land full of lies, the honest guy becomes the villain. And so, as we constantly bring out the truth, people are going to look at you as if you're not bringing in the truth. You understand me? So, that's how that go. How long you going to stay on? I'm going to stay on for a little minute. We building right now. Let me send the link out to A1. I think A1 wants to pop on. Make sure y'all support the channel, man. Don't let Earl Willer be the only one support the channel today. Don't let Earl be the only one to support. Make sure y'all support the movement, man. We got Terrence Gant on here. I'm glad Terrence Gant is on here because he was one to ask the question the other day, and I was really wanting to know what the question was, and I waited patiently for my brother Terrence. Let me let Terrence on here right now. And we also have my other brother, 111 Truth Searcher, in this motherfucker. We got Truth Searcher in this bitch.
Man, what's good? I was trying to stay hidden in the chat, man. These lame ass niggas don't want to jump up, man. Y'all bogus as fuck. What's up, man?
Motherfucker too.
I was in the chat, had to just listen and smoking my weed, man. They fucking it up.
I'll be liking to do that too. I'll be in a lot of niggas' chats. I don't be saying shit. I just be like listening, smoking my little weed, listening, getting the message. You understand?
Oh God, man.
Yeah,
good story though.
Man, I ain't doing shit, man. We kicking some flavor, dropping some knowledge. You know what I mean? Keeping it flowing on the stream. You understand me? Terrence, what up with it, Brody? I'm in community service. That nigga said I'm in community service. Fuck your little badass and did, nigga.
Man, I'm about to call this nigga P.O., man. That nigga ain't even working right.
Hell nah, nigga heard chatting. You in the community chat, nigga. Shit.
He ain't cleaning up, boss.
Terrence, you might have to fix your mic and come off and come back on. You might have to jump off and come back on. But nah, man, they've been trying to lie about our history, so that's why you can't break down these lies. You can't break down all this. Let me mute my man because that nigga got duct tape, goddamn scotch tape in the background.
Damn, my bad. Appreciate that, bro. My bad.
This nigga back here just taping shit up. This nigga, what the fuck? You got a nigga in there? You got 2 Mexicans in the trunk, nigga? What's going on back there? Shout out to my nigga True. But listen, a lot of people gonna lie to you, man. We here just to bring out this shit, man. And a lot of people don't understand that the angling in on this information and the reconvert the lie takes often a lot more tasks and a lot more time than telling you the lie. To undo the lie and to give you the truth, it takes a little more time. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it takes a lengthy build. You can't explain this narrative. You can't explain the lie. You can't show the truth all within one segment. It might take you 5 to 10 builds just to lay out the diagram, just to lay out what the lie was. You understand me? Yet alone to unlearn it and then give you the truth. You know what I'm saying? So that's why some of these builds be lengthy and they go in a different series, but it's a vivid story that is painting. You should be able to get a more clearer understanding by the end of it. You understand me? So, man, shout out to everybody in the build. I'm going to drop the link in the chat one more time, man. I'm going to drop the link in the chat one more motherfucking time, man.
Yeah, I'm on vacation. The nigga still got to work, though, man. You know how that shit go, bro.
Oh, man, bro. You a hard-working ass, man. You work hard than a motherfucker.
Yo, ass funny as hell.
That nigga is a Mexican for real. That nigga be working even in his sleep. Shout out to Truth, man. The hardest working nigga off of YouTube. Shout out to that nigga, man. But listen, man, I just want to let y'all know, man. Listen, I want to reiterate this. I don't have no beef with nobody. I'm calling all truce to all Aborigine Indians across the globe, and far as the eyes can see. I'm calling the truce. If you want to get a hold of me and chop it up, y'all know how to do so. Email, phone, hangouts, you know what I mean? Get with me, man. Listen, man, we're here to elevate the community, and we're here to elevate our people across the North American continent. And we're here to wake our people up and elevate them. You understand me? We got too much shit ahead of us. We got too much shit ahead of us to be allowing bullshit to stop the flow. We can't let these niggas stop the flow.
I'm fucking with that, man. That's what's up, man. Real shit, man.
Man, all truces, man. Hey, the voice of the Aborigine set the narrative. If I want to beef with niggas, I'll beef. If they just gonna beef because I said it, because I'm doing it. So whatever I do, they gonna do. So we setting the narrative, man. We vibrating on the frequency that no nigga can stop right now.
Oh, now.
Shout out to everybody in the building. What's going on?
Hold on with you.
I can't call it, brother. Peace and blessing.
Peace and blessing. Peace and blessing. Peace and blessing. I got a question.
I know you had that question yesterday. I'll try to get to you too, man. But I think you got busy. So maybe you can propose that question now if you still remember it intact.
Ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about, right?
All right.
It's an honest question. I want an honest answer, right?
Hey, all questions is welcome on this platform.
All right. Why do you think Tariq Nasheed did what he did to Dane Calloway?
That's a good question. That's a good question. I'm gonna give you my honest opinion, right? Obviously, I don't know exactly why, because it's another man's actions, right? But I can give you my observation on it, right? I believe that the turmoil and beef between one another is maybe because of clout reasons, and maybe because other side shots in the building. So when it becomes something like that, they both got a great clout. They both got a lot of followers. They both got a lot of people listening to them. So I believe it just comes down to energies just not clashing. You see what I'm saying? And when one take a shot, the next one take a shot. I don't know who started the shot throwing or the slickery, but I know it's both been going back and forth. And you know, to be honest, man, we have a lot of people looking up to both of those fellas. And as a community and as a whole in the upliftment, I think we got to let the egos go and start taking pride in shit. Let the egos go and take pride in shit, because both could be looked at as an agent provocateur based off of the narrative that's been said. But I don't see neither one of those brothers as which, right? I look at them as brothers that's trying to elevate the community from two different lenses, two different point of views. And I think we have to respect everybody's point of views. Now, when it comes to information, him disagreeing with the Harriet Tubman not being true, listen, people have their right and spin on history. Some of it is for more clickbait. Some of it is the actual beliefs and what they believe. So we can't, you know what I mean? We can only challenge it articulately. We shouldn't do it petty or childish.
Right. So, and that's what I'm doing, right? So I definitely understand two niggas, you know what I'm saying, having a back and forth, right? But for Tariq to take it as far as to basically like tarnish his, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's on more than just we got a beef. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, the beef is real, right? So both of them went on social media platforms and slandered each other. But I see what you're saying. Tariq went on his large platform and also went on another platform, which
he did it on No Jumper.
Is the No Jumper interview, and the troll guy who doesn't like Dane Calloway as well, allegedly, asked a troll question to get a trollish response, and the response this is what you normally would get if you do have beef with somebody. If somebody was to ask me prior to last few months, do I have a beef with such and so, I'll probably disrespect them on whatever platform it is. You see what I'm saying?
But he didn't do that with Umar.
No, he didn't do that with Umar. But he's not in an active beef and going back and forth over various different social media websites with Umar right now. You see what I'm saying? So it's in a moment.
He says the problem that he has with Dame, other than whatever their personal shit is, and I don't even think it's no personal shit, right? He says it's bullshit what Dame's saying about Harriet Tubman.
Right. So he have emotional attachment to Harriet Tubman, maybe based off of him putting out information.
Yeah, okay. So maybe that can't be true. That's bullshit. Here's why. Because Dane didn't just come on his platform and say Harriet Tubman ain't real. He had real research. It was like an hour and 30-some minute video. The man went in great detail about the shit, right?
An hour and 30-minute video?
Yes. It's a long ass video. He ran down every name, other people, bro.
That's crazy because he usually often don't do long videos. So obviously he put some thought and information.
A long ass video in complete detail. If you ask me right now if I had to bet my money,
like I said,
I would say hell no.
I've seen all the information on Harriet Tubman topic, and I kind of stay away from it. I'm not going to give my opinion on it from either point of view, but I've also seen it. I've seen it back in 2018 when Chief did a show on Harriet Tubman. It's not real, right? Dope show. Dope show. I believe Dane came in on that show as well. And actually applauded Chief for that actual live stream. So I've heard this narrative, which there's other narratives of suspected characters in our historical past to not be real, such as Frederick Douglass. Right. That was alluded to by Dan Calloway as well. Also,
I never heard him say Frederick Douglass.
Also, Nat Turner. Yeah, both of them. He also said Frederick Douglass is not Frederick Douglass' real name. Okay. Even went as far as to give us a spoiler alert on that. So maybe he'll get into a video dominantly talking about that topic that he mentioned. So like I said, people have their own spins on history. I'm not here to tell anybody what they should talk about on their platform or how they look at history and perceive it to be a lie, because we know that a lot of it has been a lie. So if you're challenging the narrative and you're no respected,
that's what I'm saying. We know a lot of it is a lie, right? And I haven't seen nobody
does a lot of
detail.
My bad.
To prove that Harriet Tubman is real. Nobody has went in great detail to prove that Harriet Tubman is real, like Dane went in to prove that she's not real, right?
Okay, you have an argument there. And like I said, you right though, man. Like I said, and Tariq does a lot of double talking, right? He'll tell you that that many Africans came here and that Aboriginal people was here, but then say that the people are all people are genetically linked to Africa. That's double talking and within a conversation. So people are using the Aboriginal topic as a trump card because it kills the narratives of most conversations. But to expound on it, to elaborate on it, a lot of people don't have enough information to elaborate on it. And so that's why it'd be best for people like me, Truth, A1, Jaguar, Chief Holiday, Dane, other brothers in the community that does this work, Root Words, to talk about Aboriginal information, because we literally been standing and pushing Aboriginal information. A lot of people have transitioned since their time on YouTube to various different topics. No, since you see me on YouTube, my name been Aboriginal Power, and I've only pushed Aboriginal information. So, some people are just more equipped to talk about a topic because they have more hours in on the information and research. You understand? So, that's all. Some people are just at different levels when it comes to this.
I got a problem with it, man. I think you should apologize. All right, you got a problem with it. All right.
Say what?
I really got a problem with what he did, man.
Oh yeah, I mean, eventually, I believe that it will be a truce or some.
Shit, man.
I believe that a lot of people on both ends do sucker shit, and at some point in time we have to just let it go. And then nigga that do sucker shit gotta apologize, and a nigga that do fuck shit they gotta apologize, and just keep it moving. Some people just too big of egos to even apologize.
But look, just listen. So right, Tariq sort of kind of in a leadership role, right?
No, we're not going to say that either one.
Okay. I get it.
But what we're going to say is that they have large following and they have a lot of people looking up to them at this particular point.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Now look.
Because a leader can't be challenged by anyone that's following them. See, no one's my leader, and they can always be a critique by someone who has just as much, if not more, hours in on researching Aboriginal information. So I feel like people can be critiqued, people can be challenged, they can be put on a hot seat often sometimes, but we got to control the narrative because it's not just about one person, it's about the globe, it's about the entirement of the Aboriginal people waking up. So not one people, not two people, not three people is more than the whole. We want to keep that in mind. That's the people's decision to make.
Now, this is the problem I got with it. If I see you do some sucker shit like that, right, I know the type of nigga you is. So I definitely don't want you to be in a way where you can, you're a sucker. The trust gone. You dead. I seen it.
But bro, Dan Calloway did some sucker shit plenty of times too, bro.
Okay, if he did, tell me. Cause I never seen Dane do no sucker shit. Everything I seen from Dane been stand up shit. But if you got it, tell me.
Bro, it's a lot of sucker shit that nigga did, bro.
You got to tell me, bro.
I mean, shit. He be utilizing information that he got from other motherfuckers and shit and never gave these brothers their credit. And went on there like it's his shit.
Listen, maybe I don't. I mean, come on, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, listen. Nobody putting the work in as far as researching that Dane doing. Nobody on this YouTube.
That's a lie. You can't go as far and say that, but I'm agreeing to your own observation.
See, niggas get their ego and feelings in it. Listen, man. Everybody doing that shit. Get that man this shit, man.
I mean, look, bro. On some G shit, you on a panel of niggas that shit that happened to by this nigga, but still my man's up here talking about unity and ain't got nothing but good words. So in other words, what I'm trying to tell you is, bro, is showing you the example of not being emotionally tied to this shit to the point where you just like, oh, I don't like another man because he don't like this man.
No,
because that's what it sounds like, bro.
Wait. Who said
I ain't even talking no more, bro.
Listen, man. And we gonna do this, man. We got to be solid about this. Who I said that I don't like that man because he don't like that man.
Yeah, it's so many words, bro. You said you didn't like the man because he said what he said about Dan Calloway.
Because he lied on the man and damaged that man's whole character in the fucking public. That's why. Your comprehension skills ain't
up. My
nigga,
Dan Calloway did that shit to Chief, nigga, when Chief bought the Aboriginals and shit to motherfucking Sanchez channel. And even when Dane and them came up there, it was still all love. And in a blink of an eye, nigga, they tried to shit on Chief Holiday, bro.
What did he do to Chief?
Bro, so you ain't see that Sanchez shit when we was all on there, bro.
Prior to that, he stole that man's information.
Nah, hold on 1 second.
What information?
Look, bro. All right, so look,
everybody
bro.
one at a time. Everybody mute up, man. Besides
Chief,
conversation, I'll get to everybody on the panel in a second.
Hey, Chief set up a link with Bro Sanchez on some bringing Aboriginal information to his shit. Set up the debate with him and AP to get the information out. Okay. And then Dane them came on there and basically start fucking going at Chief and AP talking shit, bro. Literally, after the nigga was just on bro shit.
So they ain't came
but still, AP is still up here telling, like, you know what? Hey, you know, them brothers woo still unit, even with all that being said.
Still gonna put that shit to the side, right?
What I got from what you just explained is AP was gonna have a debate with Sanchez.
No,
right?
It was going on.
Had a debate. It was actually finished.
And then Dane got on the shit and started challenging y'all points or whatever.
Nah, I wasn't challenging no points, bro. It was just some straight fuckery all around. But still, my man is over here. Bro? Go watch it, bro.
Okay. All right.
He pretty much did what you said Tariq did to Dane, nigga. Why you saying you can never like Tariq no more?
What you just explained to me is not what Tariq did to Dane.
All right, this is what Dane did. Because one thing I like about what Aboriginal Power just said,
I don't even want to talk about that shit no more.
We all done did some sucker shit before, and it's good to stop doing sucker shit or register that you're doing it. But Dan Calloway used to sell paperwork that was fictitious. Would you like to talk about that, sir?
Facts.
No, I'm not
want to talk about that.
He stopped it and recognized that shit. All I'm saying is everybody got some type of what Aboriginal Power say. Everybody could recognize something they did negative or sucker. Don't put no man on a high pedestal though. But yes, everybody, come on now. Dan Calloway, come on now.
See, it's other shit I ain't even gonna bring up because it's not even that type of party.
Listen, man. Hold on, wait. Let me say this. I respect everybody on this panel, and I expect niggas to handle themselves like me. So all this shit, don't put men on high pedestal. Cut the bullshit, man. I came on here and I said exactly the problem I had with that man.
Sir, you up with a man that pushes fake paperwork. Now talk about that, Mr. Dan Lover.
Nah, hold on.
Listen, bro.
Nah, we ain't gonna do all that. Hold on. Listen, hold on, Terrence.
I gotta talk to these old niggas, man.
Hold on, Terrence. Chill. I'm trying to say something. Listen, we just trying to make sure we get into the facts, man. We ain't here to slander nobody. I told y'all, both niggas in this party about who Terrence asked me about, both have did fuck shit. I'm telling y'all, I've observed it. It's not even a question. It's not even a shadow of a doubt. What I'm saying is, let's forget that. Let's move on to better cohesiveness and harmony within the community. You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It takes a real nigga to look at a fuck boy and be like, listen, fuck niggas gonna do fuck shit, but we still got a greater conversation to get. You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, at the end of the day, I see it from both sides, literally. Some niggas ain't because they, you know what I mean, they just can't. You see what I'm saying? But I'm able to look at it from both point of views. You feel what I'm saying? Go ahead, brother. Y'all got the flow.
That's all I was saying, bro. Like real shit. I was just saying, bro, you know, I mean, let that shit go, bro.
You ain't said nothing,
bro. First off, you mad at Tariq, nigga you don't know, for saying something about another nigga you don't know, bro.
And that's another thing. Why is niggas fighting over another nigga?
Bro.
Hold on. Why is niggas fighting over another nigga though?
Yeah,
why are grown ass men bickering, arguing over another grown man over he said or what she said? Like these niggas are doing the exact same thing. Why are we holding each other back and making it seem like we're catfish bottom feeders of scraps of information that we could go get by ourselves? Like this shit should not be happening on this podcast, in this community, bro.
I thank you for the respectable conversation that we had to these whatever these niggas came in. Appreciate it.
All right, bro. Like you just the realest nigga. All right, you got
it.
Toughest nigga over here. I mean, yeah, I'm a whole nigga, bro. But you over here in your feelings about another nigga you don't know for another nigga you don't know. But we all right. You got it, bro. You won. You won, nigga. You won, nigga.
I'll look up to no man.
I mean, it ain't gonna fly with me either. That's why I said something, nigga. But that's what you just did, nigga. It's on tape, nigga. You did. Bro tried to give you some reason and you still like, nah, I don't like that nigga because he talked about another nigga.
Stupid nigga. Listen,
like, yeah, country nigga. What up?
Years,
fuck you talking about, bro? Fuck out of here.
and I see you do some sucker shit.
Power said that everybody got some sucker shit though.
Huh?
But he did more for this community than a lot of people. He done reached a lot of black people and let them know that they from America first and they're distinct from Africans and Jamaican, the islanders. But some of his bullshit do lead us back to Africa. So everybody got a little you know what I'm saying? But you can't say that man ain't a great service to this community, bro.
Listen, man, I need you niggas to pay attention. I acknowledge that, bro.
I don't think anybody of us is taking a side or anything. We just want to like the slander and to stop on both ends.
And that's why I brought it
Pretty
up.
much.
In the way that I brought it up.
When y'all talk about Tariq Nasheed, y'all too little for him to slander. He ain't worried about y'all.
Who is
That's
y'all?
what I'm trying to say. Y'all bring that man's name and he don't slander nobody. He'll call Dan up and he made a show on Dan. Man, look, he shitted on Dan. It shocked me. I thought Dan was gonna kill him because Tariq Nasheed talked too much slave shit. But Dan Calloway was scared to talk slavery fake with his punk ass. He had Tariq Nasheed balls and was scared to talk the topics he talked. So Dan full of shit just like everybody else. You need to get off the subject because it seems like you're trying to keep a debate going and divide people, bro. Ab Power just said both of them motherfuckers is good, but everybody on some bullshit sometime or make mistakes, bro. Damn.
Cause also G shit, it's shit that Dang speak about that I fuck with, and it's shit he speak about I don't fuck with.
I don't understand you.
Have the right to agree and disagree.
You said I'm trying to cause the divide. I'm trying to understand you.
Hey, look, I like Tariq Nasheed. Now I'll debate you on that shit. You too stupid, dude. Move on.
How long has this guy been around?
I said I like him too. I said I like him too.
Hold on. Let me get some order in this motherfucker, man. Y'all niggas just start talking all out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna have to get this shit together. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We got 208 people in here, man. Shout out to all the American Aborigines, man. Shout out to the FBA brothers and sisters that's tuning in as well. Shout out to everybody watching the live stream. If I can ask y'all to hit the like button, you know what I'm saying? Thumb up the video, man, real quick while we got this quick little space in between. Hit that like button, thumb up the video, share the live stream, man. Shout out to everybody. You're killing them, man. We got the best to do it if you ever knew it, man. Shout out to DJ Cuddy in the building. You already know the vibes, man. Hey, if you ain't supported the channel, make sure y'all support the channel, man. Cash out and PayPal information at the bottom of the screen, man. So my whole point of anything moving on before this brother even came on is letting everybody know I got no issue with anybody in no communities. So it's a truce. You know what I'm saying? We got to work. We got a lot of building to do. So, and then he proposed a question to two of the two brothers, Tariq and Dane Calloway. And like I said, I don't have
though. I did it respectable though.
Yeah, absolutely. And I
didn't slander nobody though.
No, absolutely. And
okay.
I responded respectfully as well. So let me continue with what I was saying.
And that link was in that chat for 30 minutes, and now one of you YouTube troll niggas hit the link until you found a way to come up here and get on your bullshit.
I mean, I was already up here, bro, and I was respectful. I ain't call you right. See, look, bro.
Go fuck your mama,
you out of nothing, right?
Hey, that's
nigga.
You see what it is, bro?
Hold on. That's some bullshit, Terrence, because he didn't say anything disrespectful to you. And you right. A lot of people didn't come on the panel first, but to be fact, hold on, bro. You ain't gonna cut me off. But listen, so like you said, you was one of the first on here, but just when you was coming on, Truth came on at the exact same time as you did. So, and y'all both was, and you proposed a question, I answered, and he went into his conversation opposed to the question as well. So yeah, y'all two brothers was definitely both on her now, but that doesn't mean that anybody else doesn't have the right to be on her and reacting to the conversation. I just want to make sure that the energies is right, because at the end of the day, it seems like one person slant, it don't matter who, both of them guys. Shout out to Tariq, shout out to Dane. You understand me? I don't have a dog in this fight. They both do fuck shit, and that just simply said. It ain't really nothing else to talk about. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So I respect everybody's opinion, but that was, you ain't have to get disrespectful with the brother 111 Truth. He didn't say
hey, P, we cool because this shit face to face, I'll slap the dog shit out of this nigga.
Bro, I try to keep it respectful with these niggas. Them niggas went left way before I did that, man.
No. He didn't though. It was a lot of people on the panel. You can't take everybody. That's why I try to keep order in here and keep everybody mics muted while two people was having a conversation because you
Listen,
can
man,
easily.
I'm mad at myself. I allow these niggas that I'm on YouTube arguing with.
Right, let's get it. Let's get
Nobody argue with you. You just said something about somebody. My fault.
Yeah, but change the subject though. Go ahead, dude.
Yeah, we good. We on to a different thing. Y'all brothers good. But listen, anybody else got any questions on the panel though? You know what I'm saying? We got Truthful and we got Jan Ronner on here. One of you brothers got a good question, I get to my brother Back Creek and say, shout out to Back Creek. Truthful, y'all can unmute your mic. And Jan Ronner, what's going on?
Shit, my bad. I'm sitting there filling my truck up. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you kind of choppy, but yeah, I can hear you.
Damn, I still sound choppy. I need to get me a new mic then.
Yeah.
Or sometimes just reset your phone. Sometimes just reset your phone or reset your computer and it'll come right back on. That's all I got to do sometime, bro.
I should probably try putting this on my computer. I'm already at a truck stop. Let me try doing it. I'll join back.
All right, you can jump off, come back on. All right, Back Creek, what's going on with it, brother? You got a question or a comment you want to add in?
I just want to first I want to get this out the way. Hey, yo, Root Words, I just want to apologize to you, man, for just being immature and always like being a prick to you, bro. Stop that shit, bro. You gotta fuck.
Well, fuck that. I was supposed to say that shit first. I was supposed to say that shit first. It's all love, man.
We got the women are looking at us as the ultimate dividers, bro. And I'm starting to notice that shit, bro. And we gotta fucking stop with this whole labelism beef that we got going on. We are all Aboriginals, Indians, wherever you want to. We're here at the source and shit, bro. And it's idol worshiping. Dan Calloway and Tariq Nasheed, I know they may seem as leaders and all that shit though, but you gotta understand we are our own identifiers within ourselves. Some shit we agree upon, and some shit we don't have to agree upon, But us coming at each other and bringing it to a whole nother man's podcast and making it a whole I know we Ab has debates on this shit though, but we can't lead this to arguments all the time. We went from talking about all these ancient structures and stuff, and this is what I'm actually addicted to, the old world ancient shit. I want to stay on this topic and not let it go on to side beef and shit. So I want to apologize to the people and apologize to the podcast and all that stuff too if I seem too ratchet and shit.
I want to give a special shout out.
Me too, bro.
Man, it takes real maturity like that, and obviously sometimes negative vibration and frequencies keep that going. But we pushing a positive energy, and I've seen it affect my brother Back Creek, and he came on with the positive energy, man. That's some grown up Aboriginal shit, man. So we give you nothing but blessings for doing that.
Can I speak right quick? You can't get 30
Yeah,
seconds.
shout out to my nigga Back Creek, man.
I just want to say this because it seems like everybody.
Young OG spirit, I like that.
Seems like everybody, bro. The reason why I came and asked you that, cause the shit did bother, right? Cause I believe that Dane got a right to be here doing his shit just as well as Tariq.
Man, fuck Dane and fucking Tariq.
Hey, come on, Root. Don't do that. Come on. Root.
Listen, I just want to explain why I did it, bro.
Hold on. Root, come on now.
Shame.
Shame.
So I did it because I mean if we rocking together and a nigga cutting a nigga back out, I ain't rocking with that. But I addressed it in a respectable way. It wasn't nothing about causing no divisive shit. So, and anybody that listened to me saying it, they would have known that, unless they just wanted to take the shit some other way. Well, go ahead.
Yo.
Shout out to my brother nonetheless.
No, what's going on with the
Shane.
You know what I mean? Yo, it ain't. I just want to say this. It ain't really got nothing to do with these guys because they got big platforms, right? And everybody know this been here for a minute that we used to ride with, Dane because of his big platform. And at one point, he wasn't saying nothing to nobody. You know what I'm saying? We was wondering why everybody was going at him until we seen that he had, a pretty decent amount of followers. Then it moved up to, to the millions and whatnot. You know what I mean? He still wasn't saying nothing. But when the Tribe Up situation came, Dane was over there. He spoke up for himself. So he was over there building with a lot of the guards over there. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, it came to a point where, it was some friction in the community. People were disagreeing with some of the stuff he was saying, but it was still love. You know what I'm saying? But I think that when he came off and said that he wasn't really going to respond to people with smaller channels, and he was actually challenging people that had bigger platforms to say something about him. And then now that Tariq said something, you know what I mean, he kind of brought that challenge, you know what I mean, to the forefront from the words that he said. He brought that challenge out.
I don't want to cut you off, but you're so absolutely right. I wasn't even going to go down none of that.
Yeah, you feel me? He was always like, I ain't gonna say nothing to y'all people. They ain't got enough subscribers. Only the dudes that got the big platform. Then when Tariq say something, it's a problem. Like, yo, come on, man. Y'all don't really know the whole story. Wondering why.
Go ahead, bro. I know for a fact Dane challenged Tariq to a debate. And Tariq turned it down.
Well, you know what I'm saying? That's a strategy that Tariq may be using. You got to know the game. Tariq is a smart businessman, just like Dane is a smart businessman. You feel what I'm saying?
That's right.
You know what I mean? So you can't go off and say, oh, Tariq wrong when Dane put Dane Cali put the challenge out there, bro. You know what I mean?
So this about business and not about the people. That's what it is.
It gotta be because both of them had.
But that's why I got it fucked up at. Then my bad.
I think you do, bro. Because you gotta see it. You gotta see it from just. I'm saying on a base surface. Both of those guys are making money off of their information, right? And they both are huge platforms. No, I'm not. I ain't hating on them brothers. I mean, they doing what they should be doing. Both of them had talent. You can't deny that. Both of them had talent. They work hard at what they do, and they deserve whatever they gonna get. But when the heat come from another big platform, don't sit there and try to defend the man when he put it out there. You feel what I'm saying?
That's right.
Tariq was the first person in the conscious community to start talking that Aboriginal shit. I ain't cut nobody off. My fault.
Once again, I know for a fact.
A couple other people want to get it in.
Hold on. Tariq to a debate.
Yeah, we heard that recently, and like I said, and people have the right to deny or debate, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? For the simple fact, but I don't think it should have been any beef because of that, though. You know what I'm saying?
But everybody in this chat know Tariq don't want to see that man in no debate.
Shit, Dan Conway don't want to see me in a debate. Why my dude Creek just said that we in love with this information Aboriginal power is showing. He's showing the unity around here. He's showing that we was great people in America, everywhere else. And it's good on the unity level of Aboriginals, Indians, Moors that's on code, blacks that's on code. Why are we talking about Dan? He don't even fuck with us. But I digress, man.
Well, you sound like a hater, bro.
To me for real, I want to say, to me, it's not really no beef, It's two guys that's going. I ain't seen no malicious from Tariq. You know what I'm saying? It was he made some jokes about Dane, and Dane it could have been some type of friendly type of competition, bro. I don't see anything where they gonna see each other and it's a beef type thing, bro. It's just they challenging each other's information. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
And like, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Many people forgot this. Hold on. Many people forgot this. It was Dane that told Tariq about the Aboriginal shit. And that's just like nowhere to be seen on the internet again.
It will never be seen because Tariq was out at least 10 years before Dan Calloway with a goddammit CD called In Hidden Colors. The shit was out before everybody. Stop your lies.
Tariq. For me, Tariq was the first time I seen
Americas. I first heard of Turtle Island on the Hidden Colors DVD.
I gotta admit that. Tariq been talking about this for a minute. He was just on the Africa bullshit.
I'm not denying.
Yeah, the light skinned nigga and shit on Hidden Colors was talking about the black.
What y'all just explained to me is
Valentine.
If it's two brothers and they both doing positive shit to help our people, but one can take it as business and destroy the other one. So I get it now. I get it.
But what's up with these buildings?
Bro, they both take it as business though. The nigga Dane was on here talking about he made $1 million, nigga.
Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, but Dane ain't trying to destroy Tariq though.
When the nigga get to the building,
Tariq not trying to destroy him. This about media. You gotta look at it. NBC goes after Fox. You feel what I'm saying? CBS goes after NBC. You see what I'm saying? It's not, that's what they do.
So you agree, if it's two brothers doing positive shit, that one can destroy the other with fake propaganda.
Nah, bro, you can't destroy if you're strong enough, ain't nobody gonna destroy you.
Hey man, that's Dan Colloway's play, because I done chased Dan Colloway around. I got channels destroyed because Dan Colloway caught. But anyway, Dan pick and choose who he's going to try to debate and destroy, and Tariq put him in a headlock.
That's right.
Yeah, that's a fact, yo. That's a fact. That's a fact, bro.
And I don't give a fuck about really
piece of the guys, man.
I mean, I mean, we're talking about Dan Colloway and Tariq Nasheed, but Aboriginal power got to show on something else. But I digress, man.
Right. That's why I want to talk about these buildings.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to know what's going on. How everybody doing today?
Y'all hear me?
My two brothers handle each
No.
other. That's my whole purpose of it. You niggas talk about
You've been talking about this shit for 25 minutes, my nigga.
When the nigga get to going, when the nigga get to going in, niggas get to feeling some kind of way.
You the one still talking about it though, bro.
Bro, you told me to fuck my mama and shit, bro.
That's right.
Wait. So somebody up here taking up for another man.
Trying to get us to go against you.
That's right.
Bro. Like, come on, cuz.
Hold on. The nigga got me.
Hold on. Y'all see, y'all niggas got crunk real quick. Like this goddamn 2008 and Lil Jon song came on. Calm the fuck down.
Shame.
All right, let's let the GOAT speak, man. He ain't had a chance to speak, man. Go ahead, Chief Billy Goat.
It's the GOAT. I'll say hello to everybody. Good day. You know what I'm saying? Good talk to everybody, man. For all my Germatics out there, man. But peace to the guys, man. Everybody doing on the panel, man.
Hey, how you doing, Chief? Grand Rising, top of the morning, cuz.
Grand Rising, man. Peace to all American Aborigines, man. I don't even know what's the point of contention. I just...
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about Dane. My bill was talking about great monumental structures that was put together by Aboriginals and how things are astronomically aligned and also other advancements. So that's really my meat and potatoes. These two brothers do their thing.
I'm waiting on this American God Sunday, man.
Yeah, that's
American Gods, man. I'm waiting on that, man. See Jazz. You know what I'm talking about?
You don't hear like active bitches. Everybody
I don't
heard.
know. Who's that? Who's that brother speaking? I can't see the screen. Who?
It's trying to speak, brother. Chief speaking. I'll let you get.
No. Who's that speaking though? I would like to speak to him. Who's that speaking?
That's Terrence Gant. Go ahead, brother. You got the floor,
It's
Chief.
in the algorithm.
Terrence Gant. Peace, brother.
It's in the algorithm already, bro.
Okay. And no problem. You seem hostile, and you seem that you have are you kin to anybody? Or do you know anybody? Have you met any of these people that you are defending, brother?
No.
See, Lil Yo said something that was interesting yesterday. I mean, the other night, he said, "Follow the direction, not the people, bro." Like niggas is like, you know what I'm saying, fam? You a grown ass man.
Wait a minute. What? Okay.
That's right.
Like I literally get you up here tell like you coming for another people, bro. Like
that's right. That's the nigga that be in his spaces with the.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Because like I said, I give everybody hey brother, I'm talking. We talking. I give everybody their flowers. Daniel's son is a great promoter, a great SEO YouTuber, pushing the shit out. It's great. Do great work. Help him pushing the information to the next level.
That's right.
There's no problem. Everybody should stay in their lanes.
We're talking about Maximilian.
Who is that?
Daniel's son.
Daniel.
I'm Miyagi, nigga.
Wax
So
on,
I'm never gonna say nothing but the truth. We gonna only tell the truth because niggas don't like telling the truth. You see what I'm saying?
No, you're not.
But I'm not gonna shit on nobody because I don't think that we're here to tear nobody down, take nothing from nobody, right? From nobody's plate, take nothing from their families. Go. Matter of fact, and if you've known that we've been supportive of all these brothers for years.
That's
But they
right.
haven't given back to the fucking community.
That's right.
That gave to them.
Hey,
So that's just facts, bro. Those are facts. So you say what they doing for the community, start there. Start there, brother. Start there. When you defending niggas.
Hold on 1 second. Hey, brother Turns again. Stop worrying about my DJ. My DJ got sound effects on her.
That's right.
What you hearing is the sound effects from my DJ.
Don't you say a motherfucking thing.
Stick with the conversation.
That shit live as hell, man. That's what them After Effects is live as hell, man.
Hey, Trump nigga.
Stick with the person that you talking to. Don't worry about my DJ.
Self-hating nigga.
Hey.
He probably think it's one of us saying it to him, though. He thinks Sandy up here and give it to him.
Be a part of this shit, man.
Hey, nah, bro. Hey, nah, man. Like, hey, bro. I don't know, man. It's just a lot going on, man. Like I said, you know, if you was talking about some information and somebody come on here talking about defending another man he never met, I'm just saying, why? Why are you doing that? Why are you here to take the energy away from the actual bill, bro?
I will explain why I did it.
Okay, let's go. Absolutely.
Okay. Like I said, I done it because if that's what niggas claiming, so that's how I rock, right? If we claim to be brothers and fucking with each other, what he did was unacceptable. Right?
What he did was what?
Was unacceptable.
By dissing Dane on No Jumper Show, talking about Tyree.
No. Come on now, AP. Don't do that.
No. In the media sense of it, he putting him on. In the media sense of it, he putting him on, bro. Listen, fam. In the media sense of it, if I would have wished Flacco would have asked him about Chief Holiday, brother, on a major platform like that. So Danielson loves this attention, brother. What is you doing? Well, don't knock. He wants people talking about him on platforms like that, bro. That's his whole job. That's what he's good for. Salute to him for that. But it's about the information. That's what we
That's
do.
right.
People up, bro. We don't give a fuck about none of this Hollywood ass shit you niggas is on, bro.
Hey brother, you did not hear Tariq Nasheed say "fuck the Aboriginals." He said
he literally gave us an alley-oop, and we taking that bitch to a bucket. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Right.
He gave us an alley-oop. Niggas is mad about the alley-oop.
What Tariq said about Aboriginals, that had nothing to do with what I was talking about. Nothing else.
No, I'm saying though, but they're coming on here to even start talking about another man to make people start saying negative things about this brother. We don't get nothing out that. Bro, we don't get nothing out that though. What do you get out of making more division in the community though, brother? You said you had a reason for doing this. I still haven't heard the reason. Huh?
Hold on just a second, man. Listen, brother Terrence, listen. I don't want to get you from off the platform because I want to give everybody the chance, but we're trying to vibrate. We on some information shit.
Listen, bro. You can get
hold on. You don't come. Hold on. No.
Listen, bro. If you trying,
listen, man. Listen, are you drunk or something, bro? Like, calm down.
If you trying to tell me this shit on some.
Oh, I'm talking. So my turn to talk. That's the point. Like, I let y'all niggas talk, but when it's my turn to talk, mute your fucking mic, nigga. You understand me? I'm saying I don't want to take you from off the panel because you asked me a question, I answered. It's on with the motherfucking next, nigga. We talking about something else now.
That's right.
You understand? That's it. So y'all niggas gotta show some discipline. Y'all talking about, oh, that's how I rock. I'm a man. Nigga, show some goddamn discipline.
Who you talking to, bro? Because you should have been addressing them niggas with that. Because when I got on here, I was respectable, bro. So check your motherfucking partners, nigga.
Man, can we talk about the builders again? Cause I want to say something about something you showed the other day.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I got
What's up, my nigga Tayshaun? What's good?
Another nigga, bro.
Peace to the gods. Peace to the
Man,
gods.
shout out to the GOAT, man. What's up, Chief?
Shout out to that troll nigga though.
True. Take Sean.
Hey,
Aboriginal Power, salute though, because you did give everybody a chance to talk for at least 5 to 10 minutes on whatever subject they wanted to and to get off. So salute to you trying to have a full conversation though.
Yeah, I want to talk about some information. Shout out to Root Word, man. Root, man, we're gonna do a bill, brother.
That's right.
We're gonna do a bill, man. Get you some information.
You still OG Chief Holiday to me. I don't care what I say. You still OG and got good information. I can't take that away from you.
It's the GOAT.
See when you say good though, like that, right? You know,
great,
the greatest,
great
nigga.
information.
I be wanting the niggas like, see, once again, bro, I grow my own roses, bro, so I don't be wanting to do none of that. And you know, once again, niggas be playing, but did y'all see that interview with Curry Mayo?
Nah,
they ain't like that. They had disrespect.
I mean, why is everybody like y'all? Did y'all see the interview with Kama Kamade last night on Brother Rich and the night before Brother Professor Smalls? They gotta talk about the Aborigines, man. They have to talk about this information. This shit is over.
Yes,
we've taken over.
We
And
in their motherfucking chats.
they still censoring us. When y'all seen us on these platforms? When y'all seen this information? Where? When it happens,
you say a
it's
motherfucking
over.
thing.
You can't
Bro, come on, fam.
How you gonna
come on, fam?
Information, how?
Ain't nobody fucking with this, bro. Nobody. Oh, nobody breathing is fucking with this.
We own these Negroes.
So for us, we focusing on creating more jobs. We have 25 more security jobs available, starting at $21.50 an hour. Tap in. Niggas ain't building. We're building structures over here. We're building infrastructure. We're building businesses. Yeah, all this other conversation sound good, but what are you doing? What are you building?
Oh, you talking to me?
You, everybody, nigga. You come up here with the criticism, not no building. You got to come up with something that you doing. The fuck what Daniel's son is doing. What are you doing, bro? Tell us about what you doing. Bro, you a grown-ass man. You better have been doing something for your family and for your people in your community, brother. You come on here goddamn platforms, nigga. You niggas suck, bro. How y'all talking about other men and you ain't doing nothing as men?
Bro, you don't want to have that conversation with me.
I do, nigga. What's happening right now? Let's talk about you, my brother, Terrence Gant.
We in their motherfucking chats.
I do. I don't want to talk about another man. I want to talk about what you bringing to the table, bro. Say what?
Why? I'm asking AP why your friends lying on me, man.
Bro, I'm not lying on you. I'm asking you to talk about what you're doing. Don't come on here talking about another man that you never met, bro.
That's right.
They never did nothing for you and yours.
Bro.
Damn, that's crazy. I'll say that though. Go fuck my mama.
That's crazy.
Bro, like you talking to real niggas calling about their mamas and shit, bro. Come on, fam.
That's crazy.
Over another nigga, bro, that you ain't never met. They ain't gonna piss on your face if it was on fire. Real talk, bro. Ain't gonna feed you shit.
Said, Chief. The same
and that's a damn shame.
You niggas playing with the wrong niggas' mamas and stuff, bro. Like y'all crazy as hell, fam. And all y'all could be real niggas. Real niggas die every day, B.
No.
Real
that's
talk.
Right.
That part.
But I believe niggas is pussy niggas that's taking up for other pussy ass niggas, bro. Ain't no other man do no shit like that, bro. You don't know these niggas.
No.
That's crazy.
Niggas be risking y'all whole shit over YouTube, nigga.
YouTube. Here's the fact of it. Everybody that's in that chat that heard it from the beginning, they know who the pussy niggas is. They know.
Okay. I didn't listen to it from the beginning, so I don't know about that. All I know is what I'm hearing right now.
I just said, everybody in the chat.
And these my brothers. I'm gonna ride with my brothers because I know them.
Pussy niggas is.
Brother, I know these brothers though.
Bro, you so goddamn stupid and dumb, bro.
Talking about, bro.
Hey, Terrence, who you think built these buildings? Some European or some slaves, or are they Aboriginal to America? I'm asking you a question, Terrence. Who do you think built these buildings and structures my brother was showing over here? The Europeans and so-called slaves, or is it Aboriginal to America? The Aboriginals built it.
You hear me?
It is funny as hell, man.
No, you don't even want to. I'll just ask you a simple question and you can get back to whatever. I'll just ask you a simple question.
Everything is funny as shit, man. I can't believe I'm over here doing this with you.
He don't want to talk about the builders, man. So
You just a goddamn punching bag, bro. That's all you are. You hear me?
Nigga talk. Let the troll nigga talk. Do your shit, bro. Do this shit.
Okay, if I'm a troll, I'll ask you a question, brother. Who built these buildings, sir?
Like DJ Cuddy sound effects and voice.
Yeah, this is crazy.
DJ Cuddy's sound effect that just triggers turns again every time, especially when he say shit like "we in their chest with it." He gonna comment off of it every time. Like it's
that's the troll nigga from the Twitter space.
I'm like, I don't want nothing to do with this.
Them niggas be in that role playing and shit.
None. What up, though? Hey man, let's let the fellas, the guys, build on something, man. Like we always allow other people to come in and take our energy.
Hey, Turn.
I think niggas be paying niggas to come on here and talk about them though. Hey man, go in there and talk about.
Hold on, Chief. I appreciate you for coming on, Turns, man. Appreciate you. You're no longer, you ain't building with the
I think that's one of Top Cat's goons or some shit, bro.
I mean, I try to get a piece, but you know, he ain't added on to the bill.
Hey, AP, real quick on the subject, right?
Yes.
So this is what I see. Like when you look at like the history and you look at these buildings, right? I think that the common theme is that you see a reset, right? So when you see a reset, you start seeing evidence of several resets, right? And when you look at, let's go to the Georgia Guidestones, right? It seems like that's a blueprint for a reset. And I think that when you look at how they do it, I'm trying to, because that's what we're doing. We're trying to figure out how they rewriting history, right? And you start seeing it over and over again. I can see several times, maybe like over 7 times, history has been reset, right? So that means that whoever knows the old history will rewrite it and replace the old world history with their own names. These based on, real characters, but sometimes they consolidate groups into one person. You know what I'm saying? I know Root Word, you kind of put that out there where you were saying that the Jesus Mary was America and Jesus was over there in Europe. You know what I mean? Shout out for you. But that's representing a whole group of people. You feel what I'm saying? And they put that in under one person. Now, when you look at here in America, you're starting to see certain characters that's representing military operations. That's where I think that the whole Harriet Tubman, Nat Turner, you're talking about Operation Harriet Tubman. That's an operation where they was moving people through these railroad systems, taking them to well, from what I see, the abolition was trying to free those white people to take it from the south and move them north.
It's not a person. It's a
operation. Yeah.
It's a movement.
Right. Yeah, you know, a military term. They'll say Operation so and so. Operation this. You feel what I'm saying? Operation complete. You feel what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. So they mobilize and commute one like it's a word or a person, and which is a large group or movement of some sort.
Yeah, it's a movement.
Shout out to in the chat, man. Listen, we got 207 in here. We're gonna stick with some information for a little second, man. We're gonna keep it on some information. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Make sure y'all support the channel, man. I try to get in the same, man, but people be trying to change the energies of the build, man. And just
AP on some real. I can even go further back than that, bro, and talk about where these names like Tartaria, Lumeria, Sumeria, all them places come from, man.
Talk about it.
So, you know how they always say Atlantis was an island in the Atlantic Ocean and shit like that?
Right.
That was a bullshit story made up. To be honest with you, Atlantis was when all the continents was put together. That's when it was called Pangea. If you know, you know. The science that they were saying about that shit, right? If you look at all the continents on the earth right now, right? All of them got a big ass mountain. And somebody was saying that you know, these mountains that we see now, they were not just big ass rocks smashed together by tectonic plates and shit. They were saying like those mountains were trees and shit, right? So I had to put 2 and 2 together and understand that the 7 summits are just only part of what we were told. Those 7 summits plus 3 equal 10. And if you really do your research, it say that Atlantis had 10 rings or 10 civilizations. And then I went deeper into that shit. You know what the tree of life is, right? What it looked like, the geometrical shape.
Mm-hmm.
And how it got those 10 rings and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I finally understood what the fuck was going on, Atlantis was all the continents put together, and each of those summits plus 3 other mountains were put together. That's how you get your ancient civilizations. Because you know you got Sumeria, right? Sumeria is up there in Africa, right? And you got Lemuria, right? When you really think about it, Sumeria was just Upper Africa, and Lemuria was Lower Africa. You got
hell. Where's Lemuria at? Hold on. You're saying that Lemuria in America is really Africa too?
Yeah. Tartaria was here in America. Tartaria was here in America, right?
Oh man.
And you have you know how they all say about the Aryan race.
You get that from my teacher Taj Tariq, don't you? You get that from Taj Tariq, don't you?
No, I don't. I don't listen to Taj Tariq. I don't listen to Taj Tariq. But you know how they always said you know how they have the Germans talking about the Aryan race and stuff like that? The Caucasus Mountains, that was area. Because you know how they always say you got the Sumerians, the Lemurians, the Aryans, the Tartarians, and they got all these other, all those trees that were built on Atlantis, they created those 10 civilizations. Those 10 civilizations were named off of those things. You know what I'm saying? They say like, what's that island? Mumia or some shit like that.
Didn't they say that Atlantis sunk though?
Huh?
Didn't they say Atlantis sunk?
Yeah, they did, but it never did.
All I'm just trying to say is, if Atlantis sunk, like when you look at any level of the world, there's places that is below sea level. So it's going to be hard to think places that's on top of a mountain or a summit.
And I'm gonna get to that. Right. So you also have Australia, right? And they always say, oh, like that they had an island named Mu or some shit like that. Mu could just be Australia itself as well. But you know how they do? They change the names of certain things to throw us off of our real history and shit. You know what I'm saying? So now we're gonna talk about, you had a good point about the flooding, right? About all the flooded lands and stuff, right? The Sahara Desert used to be an ocean itself. This was already proven. They find seashells across the Sahara in the middle of the damn Sahara Desert, bro.
You know why I believe you on that? You know the only reason I believe you on that? My fault, forgive me 30 seconds. You was talking about Sahara Desert. They just did it at Lake Mead, and the lake where there's 2 lakes that California get their water from, and it goes through the canals. It's the canals of California. Just look it up on YouTube, and it shows that Nevada and Utah are suing them countries because it's turning them lands into a fucking desert.
Yep.
That's right.
Oh,
exactly.
You got facts.
Real quick on Lake Mead, they starting to find bodies inside of Lake Mead too.
Yep.
That's right.
Because all these lakes that we see, they be man-made most of the damn time. But so when the Sahara Desert, they say that shit was a fucking, it was an ocean, right? And when you think back, they always say Pangea had humans existing there, or it was dinosaurs and shit like that. And they had an asteroid that killed all the dinosaurs, bro. And I'm like, where the fuck is the impact crater? Shit, it's right next to the fucking Egyptian shit, bro. Look up the Eye of Sahara.
2am.com.
I'm pretty sure y'all know what the Eye of Sahara, that big ass circle that's right there in Africa, in northern Africa in the Sahara. And I'm like, damn, bro. So I'm
when you look at stuff like that, maybe it was an ebb and flow system where certain areas, like you were saying, the Grand Canyons, like there's 10 to 20 of them in America. There's all around the world that maybe the water system was going there though. You know what I'm saying? Like flowing up and coming back out, except for just saying that like the Sahara Desert was a connection to the Mediterranean Sea. And just it evaporated, just like Lake Mead. I just think that makes more sense.
I mean, but here's the thing about it. How the hell did all that water in the Sahara Desert just disappear? Where the hell that water go? You know what I'm saying?
Bro, all I'm trying to do is give a scientific fact that Lake Mead is over 20 to 30 miles long, both ways. And it disappeared. That's all I'm just trying to say. There's a scientific, there's a logic for it, except for just saying it was an ocean. It was something that the water went underground somewhere.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it went underground. I was about to get to your point about flooding and stuff, right? If we say that, again, I'm not saying I really can't back my knowledge up 100%. I really
30
can't.
seconds. When you say the flood, the oceans are flooded right now, brother. The lakes are flooded right now, brother. And they're waiting to get opened back up so they can go through their natural course like Lake Mead is doing and 3 other lakes. That's like the biggest lakes on the west coast of America.
The Great Salt Lake. The Great Salt Lake.
And it already happened in the Sahara Desert. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just trying to give an example of what's going on right now, what happened to the Sahara Desert and other places that they call sand lands. So, that's all, brother.
Brother. Yeah, brother. I mean, I totally understand what you're saying. But I'm talking way back, bro. I'm talking way back. Like, way back. Way back. I understand what's happening now, but I'm talking way back. Okay? So, my thing is, all that water that was in the Sahara Desert had to have gone somewhere else. I.e., hell, I'll give you a fucking good one. You know, there's some pyramids off the coast of Louisiana from my hometown, New Orleans. There's 3 pyramids that's underwater right now, off the coast of Louisiana. Just like you got all these statues and civilizations off the coast of America and all these other places that are flooded over right now, right? What I'm thinking is that water from the Sahara Desert, that shit was moved around, and because of the impact of the crater, that's what changed the land masses and stuff and caused flooding all over the damn place to flood some of these places. You know what I'm saying?
Again, when you look at the Black Sea or the Red Sea, it's a perfect example of what's going on, what happened back then. But it was a worldly people. Like the Red Sea, it might be the size of a part of a continent in August. And then in January, that motherfucker might be the size of 2 cities. Because of the even flow. That's all I'm trying to say. This stuff happens around the world.
To give y'all some real.
On the overall map, the Red Sea was on the coast of California before California was merged into the rest of the United States.
Yep.
Yeah, California is an island, man. California belongs to the last piece of the Pacific Empire that resides out there. And they try to fill it in with sand and dirt. And this particular area right now is where they call the San Andreas Fault, because it's actually a fault. I mean, false line. You understand me? It's not even real. It's man-made to fill in the area and patch.
A lot of the water here is man-made.
If you understand, this is one river. There's no such thing as the
man-made.
We call them rivers. There, it's one river system. One. There's no such thing as the Mississippi and Ohio and the Missouri. They all connected Cairo. Get what I'm saying? There's no such thing as you can't. All rivers are with each other. So I'm agreeing with y'all. This stuff is sort of man-made, but we got to understand that there's a flood. You know how like your toilet is flooded? That's what a lake is. That's what the Gulf of Mexico is. That's what the Mediterranean Sea is. And it's waiting to get flushed and go back through its cycle. And you see parts of the earth that's doing that right now. And like my brother was just talking about, parts of earth did it a long time ago with the Sahara Desert. It went through its flush and all the water got caught somewhere. I regret though.
The reason the shit happened the way it happened is because it got flash frozen, man. I'm telling y'all, it was the beef between these great nations, man. You don't understand. It was the land. It was the beef between the plumed serpent, which is who obviously prevailed, and then the land of the eagle, which is who the science was stole from. So when you get into the history of Antarctica, you'll understand that Antarctica was connected to North America.
Yep.
Did y'all know that?
Yep.
It was connected. And so
my opinion of it when they was connected is when the water goes down, like you see in the Caribbean Ocean at the Tortillas, that fort that's at the Florida Keys. Like when the even flow of the oceans was flowing together, which I say is in the 1800s, you could walk from the Tortillas to Cuba, or you might could swim because the waters was lower, way lower, because they went somewhere like to the Grand Canyons. That's a toilet bowl. It just don't have no water in it no more. You can see the levels of water that used to rise, the even flow, and we have so many Grand Canyons, and that's why when you walk out to the Tortillas Islands, you like, wait, no, there was something there where you could walk from the Tortilla Islands to Cuba, from Cuba to Dominican Republic, from Dominican Republic to Jamaica. All the motherfuckers was island bridges and stuff, but I'm just trying to put a story together that has evidence of even flow, ebb and flow. If people understand that, that's a flood, the flood and the low points of your water. I just think go ahead,
trying to thaw out the southern areas. Y'all gotta understand, man, the shit was frozen deliberately to hide something or to preserve something or to prevent something from being stolen. Antarctica holds a lot of America's science that the great world hadn't been able to get to till recently. Why you think they got a lockdown there? You can't go down there. They the world government. It's the only thing they agree on around the world is niggas can't go there. You see what I'm saying? So when you understand what's there, you'll start understanding that it shows the ancient Atlantis, the ancient Amaru, the ancient Tartarian, the ancient civilization that where a lot of this science. You're gonna see a lot of them old world buildings like you seeing in the Chicago World Fair down in Antarctica. See, they only show you through media of Antarctica, the ice areas, the snow areas. That's like a motherfucker constantly only showing you Canada and Alaska, saying this is America.
Yeah, when don't forget the ice wall too.
When you got places like Florida in America, but they only showing you Alaska and Canada, saying this is all of what America looks like. It's cold, but you got Florida, you got other places that's like that. And when you go to Antarctica and look at the true geological rain, you'll see that it's places just like Florida there right now. There's no snow. The weather's tropical. They actually went to areas, and the scientists leaked this because they went to one of the snow areas and they found leaves. It was like there was a big thing that they, and these leaves was palm leaves, fossilized palm leaves. So it shows that the whole area obviously.
Yeah.
So you're saying like at the tips of all continents, like so you're saying like in Arctic or at the north part of North America, which is Antarctica and Greenland, and then when you go to Peru and down there, all them places are freezing temperatures and shit and cold. But them is the highest points. Them is the highest points of our continent that got continental shelves where the water goes downstream. And I'm just trying to say there was a French drain or some type of plumbing system that we made back in the day that got flooded.
Hey, Root. Hold on.
Nigga, that was an Aboriginal funnel system that was obviously a man-made canal. Look at the
facts.
Yeah, but yo, hold on. Can I build on something real quick? I want to go back to something Root said, bro. Root word. Yo, you gotta build on that, bro, because I think that's important. Because if you look at what's going on now, right, and you look at the Earth and the way you broke it down, Root, I think is amazing because you saying that the Earth is like the mother, right? And she has cycles where she cleanses herself through these canyons, right? Now, metaphysically, if you look at what they're doing to these women, right? And they're trying to prevent women from going through their natural cycle, that's going to cause an imbalance, especially with the abortions and all this other shit. You feel what I'm saying? That's going to affect the Earth. You feel what I'm saying? Because now the Earth is everybody can admit it's not producing like it used to. The vegetation and giving birth to whatever stuff to sustain life is. That's why they so worried about the global warming, because they know you either gonna let the Mother Earth go through her cycles by letting her go through her natural cleansing, or it's going to cause a cataclysm. Period.
Yep.
That's simple mathematics, man. That is simple mathematics. They hide from.
That's what I think you building on, Rude. That's big shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a build up on what AP said about the tropical leaves and stuff that's found in Antarctica and stuff. See, I put this together a long time ago with this one. When you look at the Earth, right? You see North America, South America. There's these big ass gaps on both sides of it, and then you got Africa, Asia, and Antarctica, Australia stuff, right? Fucking what I'm trying to get at is that this America is a mirror world of what's going on in Asia and Africa and all them places. Because if you really look at it, right,
what gave birth to this? And listen, a lot of people don't know that, man. There's a lot of documentation out there that definitely that gets into that. But when you get into the Oriental Masonry Bible, right, which is one of my favorite ones that I like to go to, it talks about America being the first land to rise at the flood. If you, by virtue, if you're the first land to rise at the flood, then you're the first one to produce human science and human civilization again. So this is where you get into a lot of that as well, man. I would love to show y'all some of that. Maybe I might even pull up that book.
Yeah, because
and that's what I like you showing ad power is you showing certain people like I hate to admit it, these Europeans that will show Europe had great stuff, Africa had great stuff, Asia had great stuff, but you better recognize America had that big great shit too, and it might have been bigger. So they're putting us with the quality of greatness too. And that's what I love you're showing. Thank you. I digress though.
You see that on the screen?
Yep.
Somebody's gonna read it. Go ahead, take a good read of it. This is out of the Oriental Masonry Bible. Now look at that. So let's get to it. It said the cradle of symbolism used in all masonry is placed by many of the best authorities in that country, which they believe was first inhabited, i.e., the plateau of Tartary. And from the transmission to the generalization by the sage of India, Persia, Ethiopia, and Egypt, we were not indebted to either ancient Egypt from either region of masonry, but to America. So they saying all symbolism, all science, all architectural geometrical designs come from the Americas. This is according to the Oriental Masonry Bible.
We got to bring this bitch back.
You see what I'm saying? And then when you get into it, what is I think you get into, let's see, America rediscovered in the 15th century and repopulated in the 17th century, was recovered Egypt and the Promised Land and the land of the constellation of the Eagle, right? Remember I told y'all about that great battle between who the Drake won? See, listen, when you get into a lot of this history, these Europeans already is studying it. They understand it by the structural language, which is in the building. That's geometry. The ornamentations, the craftsmanship, that's the language.
AP, I want to touch on something real quick. You know, you talking about the battle of the plume surfing and the eagle, bro. Ain't that the same shit about Sobek and Horus?
Yes, and you also see it romanticized by the Knights of the Golden Circle, who put out the "Don't Tread on Me" one. When you see the eagle swooping down on the snake.
But check this out.
Got that too.
Check this out. South America's called Land of the Plumed Serpent, and it just said it right there on AP's little slide. You know, the North America is land of the eagle.
Facts. So yeah, it's a lot of history about the Americas, man. When you get into and like I said, it's just a lot to it, man. When you get into the Oriental Masonry, it really highlights a lot of things for you. So shout out to everybody in the building, man. Hopefully y'all enjoying the live stream right now, man. Hopefully. I do want to read something else from that passageway because maybe I'll just save that. Maybe I'll save that for another note. Maybe I'll just do a whole build on that. Maybe I'll do the Oriental Masonry build. And we'll just go through and read it. Shout out to everybody in the building, man.
Anyway, like and subscribe, period.
Shout out to DJ Cuddy, man. He the best to do it, man. Hey, let's get some people to support the channel, man. We ain't had nobody support the channel, man. Make sure y'all support the channel. Hit the like button, share the live stream. Let's try to get 230 in on the likes, man. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Shout out to all American Aborigine FBA brothers and sisters in the building. If y'all enjoying the build now, right? Drop a fire emoji.
One thing they don't get a lot of us to do is look at maps, and I sort of got addicted to looking at that shit too much. It fucked my whole life up looking at that shit. But when you look at,
I just bought a whole map book.
Hell yeah, that's beautiful. Plus, put Google Map with it, boy, and that's one. But when you talk about continental shelves, when you talk about the direction of water, water goes down unless you got some man-made shit like Chicago that could change the riverways, what all these buildings was connected to. But anyway, when you get to the continental shelves, which means water drops down, like Aboriginal Power was saying, there's some type of organic system or motherly system that takes all the water up to the most northern point of North America in the north, and it recycles it through the top, and it comes out frozen or cold. And it trickles down from Canada, the Great Shelves, go through all them lakes right there, which is the lowest points of them areas, trickle down to the Great Five Lakes, then it comes to another continental shelf. Now, if you turn the map the other way around, it got the same thing in Peru and down there in South America. So I have to agree with Aboriginal Power that the water do go through a frozen cleansing process, but I just think that it's flooded and the natural state is coming back, or it's gonna be something cataclysmic, like my brother Nonetheless was saying. But I digress.
Yeah, I mean, you're right about, because I was thinking about this shit too, man. The Aurora Borealis, bro, all the way up north and stuff, right? They say that, you know, that's where the ozone layer or whatever the hell it is at its thinnest point, right? There's always holes in that bitch up there up north, right? My thing is, there were people talking about that Earth was never cold. It was never cold. It was always a tropical planet. And you know, you got the moon, and the moon always moving water with it and stuff like that, right? So I'm sitting there thinking, like, you know, they have weather manipulation. This is not a fucking, we all know this. They do it all the fucking time, right? So I'm thinking, what if the Arctic shelves and all that stuff like that? What if they shooting, you know, that cold air up there to keep that radiation from up north to trickle down to the rest of the planet? You know what I'm saying? I'm not, you know, I'm just going based off, you know, just thought, you know, it's just an idea. I'm not saying I'm right, I'm not wrong. I ain't gonna try and prove nobody wrong. I'm just trying to, you know, get a conversation going about what y'all think about it.
Whatchamacallit just said in the chat that all the water in the West is drying out, like from the Grand Canyon on to California, but everywhere from St. Louis is flooding. So the water is leaving somewhere underground and it's coming back up somewhere else. And if you shake a cup of water up, if you shake a Pepsi bottle of water up and then you put sulfur and all them rock chemicals in it, it's going to explode. And that's how you getting all these hurricanes and all these earthquakes and all that shit that's happening right now. Then we go to the Bible. It says one day the fucking seas and oceans is going to disappear.
Dry up. Everything man-made will be dried up and disappear and all that stuff like that.
Yeah, it didn't say it was going to leave. It said it was going to just dry up. Okay, the mother's going to come back through her source and she's going to snatch that water up, take her what's below and above to the sky water, which is the moist, and to the ground water, which is underground or the inner earth. And it's just going to go through a process. Opinion. It's just my opinion.
That's a fact. Yo, but look, when you freeze something, what you doing? You suspending life, right?
Yep.
And so you got to think about when you talk about the Aurora Borealis, you're talking about the consciousness of the earth, right? That's from what I gather from what that is, right? So when you stop life, like say you're the people that's controlling Earth, and you stop life or you suspend life, the more life brings forth, the warmer the Earth. That's why they always talk about carbon footprints, and we're causing the Earth to warm up. You see what I'm saying? Because consciously, when you stop or you prevent life from being formed on Earth, it causes the consciousness of the Earth to then have a frozen effect. So I think that they know about how to control us, and it's how it's affecting the Earth. That's what they constantly that's what they constantly trying to do, trying to get all the people to think like them. The more we think like them, the worse, the more control they have. But if we start freeing our minds, then the Earth is going to respond, and that's what I think they're worried about.
Yeah, because
you feel what I'm saying?
And if we look at these buildings, the only thing I want to go ahead, I got after you. My fault, bro.
No, you good. You good. One thing I was gonna say is I told one of my homies this a long time ago. When is something cold, bro? That's when that whole dead. When you have life, you are alive. You have that radiation, that heat. When you dead, you cold. You know what I'm saying? So when somebody told me that the Earth never used to be cold, that explains why the Schumann resonance was so damn low for all these years. Because somebody was saying that the Schumann resonance is the heartbeat of the Earth as well. And I'm like, damn, hold up. Now you spend some facts real quick. Because if we slow our heart rate down, our body gonna get cold. You slow the heart rate of the Earth down, wouldn't the Earth get cold too? Because now we're reaching record temperatures of heat in Europe. All this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, it's gonna get toasty in this mug. You know what I'm saying?
And then when you look at all these ancient buildings,
shout out to everybody in the building, man. I want to shout out to everybody in the building. We still got 221 off in here, man. We rocking out strong, man. If y'all enjoying the build, drop a fire emoji in the chat. I want to shout out to my brother 111 Truth Searcher for sending in the Cash App donation, supporting the build, for supporting the channel, man. This is he said this is a good build, man. I'm glad y'all enjoying the build, man. Come up the build. Make sure y'all support the channel. Cash App, PayPal information. Let's continue, man. We got Truthful here dropping some of that heat. I got some shit on the screen. If one of y'all want to read this out loud, that'll be dope, man. Shout out to everybody, man. I want y'all to get this signs, man. Get some good signs.
Multiple books confirming this is Atlantis.
Yeah, man.
The greatest empire has ever existed, and its irresistible armies were territorializing all Europe and Asia. Study of the American constellation Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Capricornus reveals the immoral antiquity of the name America and the significance of the arms of the United States. The fact once recognized that it is impossible to separate the eagle from America.
Yeah, that's crazy. I had to think about something real quick. They don't have no type of bird constellation, do they? I mean, you got Draco up north in the Arctic, the North Arctic. They don't have no bird, like, you know, no eagle constellation, nothing like that.
They don't have no bird constellation.
You should show them that Mitchell Corn Palace picture, all the American flags on it. Big ass castles and shit with American flags.
Hell, fun fact, you know how all these state flags, they be having stars and stuff on them? Y'all do realize that those stars show where these states is, right? If you look at the night sky and you look at these stars, it could actually show you where you're going.
That's why we have a compass.
Yep.
And you had to know this stuff though, because before 1915, before 1900s, there was really no locomotives as planes, trains, and automobiles, and most people was navigating the sea or the river, and people do it to this day with the star system. So I'm just saying, you correct, bro.
Yeah, because hell, you know, if you want to go to California, what animal is on the California flag? It's the Big Bear. The Big Bear number Ursa Major. You follow Ursa Major, you're gonna be in Cali.
The Mayans called it the Great Bear Star.
Yeah. You want to go to Tennessee? You got them 3 stars for the Tennessee. Is that Tennessee? Yeah, that's Tennessee. You got them 3 stars that represent Tennessee. You look in the sky, you can find those 3 stars. You'll end up in Tennessee. That's why they call Texas the Lone Star State. They call I'm just like, yo, the significance of the stars and all this stuff. It ain't no mystery, bro. It ain't no mystery.
When we put this stuff on a higher basis of learning, I know I did some weird map shit. But you got to get out of when you get back to who we are. You got to get pre-1900, which means there was no plane, trains, and automobiles. So there was a different way of life. Then you go to the word treaty and etymology, and the first treaty ever was in the late 1400s. So before then, there was nobody that was really divided. Everybody was one people. Then you put all these great buildings right next to rivers and the ocean and all this shit. Then you gotta synchronize all this goddamn shit. But anyway, at the end of the day, we gotta understand that we had a different lifestyle, that water was the god and the stars. If you've ever been on a boat before out in the ocean, nigga, they look in the stars. That's what the GPS goes off of. And we really got to get our mind states to, you know what I'm saying, how we used to navigate these rivers like we navigate our state routes and our streets. And then when we look at these buildings that Aboriginal power is showing, that a lot of these people showing was over here, it was a worldly.
And I'm trying to tell y'all, it was done by the same people. Can y'all read this right here? Read this one, somebody. I don't want y'all to read.
Somebody else read this one.
Y'all niggas in class today. Somebody read this. Who reading?
It's America, and as the current which has Hierto. Did I pronounce that right? Hierto.
Sound right.
Conceal the prehistoric connection between the peoples of ancient Egypt and of America is lifted. It will be seen that the people of the eagle on the Nile, being descended from the original people of the eagle on this continent, the twain are one, and that prehistoric America was original Egypt or Eagle Land prior to the mighty dispensation in the days of Peleg, when the earth was divided and the great globe itself was nearly rent asunder.
I be trying to tell people this bitch is Egypt, bro. They don't listen to me. I was like, bro, this is Egypt, bro. We got pyramids all over this motherfucker, bro. As a matter of fact, what came first? What came first? The Grand Canyon Egyptian shit or actual Egypt? In whatchamacallit? Kemet. In Africa.
I'm glad you said that. I'm really glad you said that. Matter of fact, let's get into that conversation. Just a second.
Bap this shit. Hey, bro, what is the source of this? What we're reading from, brother?
This is the American. This is the Oriental Asian. Let me see. The ancient mystic Oriental Masonry Bible. This is what this is, brother. Shout out to you for asking.
Damn, they got more than one Bible.
I got a question for Root Word. I was for the question for the panel, but Root Word definitely be on this. Root, what do you think these close to 90,000 dams? How do you think that affected not only our commerce, our travel, of course, but commerce and agriculture and things like that? How do you think those close to 90,000 dams that they created here in North America, brother? How do you think that affected us?
You just got to go back to our culture. We the ones it knocked us off the hemisphere. When you say 90,000,
hey brother,
there's 90. Go ahead, brother.
No, my bad. I want you to go in on that. I just want to answer that brother question. You can read that on the screen, brother. Truthful, but go ahead and finish what you were saying, Root. It's 95,000 dams.
And that holds 20% of our water. So if you release the dams with the ebb and the flow, the ebb and the flow of nature, I could just imagine the spectacular routine that the waters would take. if y'all could come, like, I hate to talk like this because people really, it's hard for them to register. This is one big ass river in America with like over 250,000 creeks and little rivers. And we had dams that would ebb and flow, which means like the Chicago River at 8 in the morning, you're going down the river. At 5 in the afternoon, you're coming back up the river. So they understood how to take the water from its lowest point to its highest point, shoot it somewhere around the corner, turn the water around. And there's evidence of that. That's why I'm talking like this, just to try to wake people up on where I'm coming from. And there was no planes, trains, and automobiles. So we had to have a culture of getting from California to New York. And then when you look at all your cities, they all have marinas in it. I don't care if you're from the littlest 2,000 people town to a 20 million people metropolis. They all have a marina in it. And that's the foundations of your city. And that's where your forts is at. That's where when you're on the East Coast of America and the West Coast of America, that's where all your so-called subway train stations come from, because they could withstand floods. And if the water did too much to them cities, it'll just go down and it'll sprout back out. I'm just showing the greatness of our people was on some mad godly shit. And when you look at the Mississippi River, all it is the adduct chambers. And adduct means you're going deep into the depths, because that's the deepest place of our rivers, because we knew that all the other rivers was going to flow into that river, and that river was going to have to flow into the Gulf of Mexico. So I'm just trying to wake people up to my thought of thinking, and Chief, you know what I'm saying, he knows we're getting into this information that, man, we were some magical people, especially with these buildings, Aboriginal power showing these buildings had Pacific topics and Pacific titles to master these rivers that was in unison. Like when we talk about these churches, when you hear the ring that ding, ding at like 8 in the morning, 12 in the afternoon, 5 at night, and like 11 at night, that shit is in every city in America.
We did that shit.
That shit comes from us. But thanks for letting me talk, though. That's just, I hope I answered your question, though, bro. My fault.
No, you're right. And I kind of want you to read something for me, Root, words on the screen, because it's going to be right up your alley.
Hey, you just messed my mind up with that Texas stuff, bro. I knew it, bro.
I already know.
Yeah. I don't want to add on something what Root was saying about the river stream and all that stuff. The rivers and their little creeks are like veins, connected to a main artery. We're living on an organism. That's the reason why,
Root words, read it me on the screen, brother. Is it big enough for you to see?
That second word I can't says something firstborn. Among there we go. Among continents, not my screen. Let me start over. Says
I got you, my brother. I got you. Says Agazes. I got you, my brother. I got you, my brother. Says Agazes. Firstborn among continents, America has been falsely dominated the New World. Yep. Hers was the first dry land lifted out of the waters. Hers was the first shore washed by the ocean that enveloped the earth besides. And while Europe was represented only by islands rising there and here and there above sea, America, Atlantis, already stretched in an unbroken line of land from Nova Scotia to far west.
Nova Scotia is Scotland.
Yeah, that's way out there. There was land that
up.
reached all the way to damn Scotland.
Empire.
Canada.
We had a whole empire.
Nova Scotia is in Canada. It's one of the largely black or melanated population.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit, I'm wrong. My bad.
Nova Scotia over there in England. That's my ignorance.
Because I saw Scotia, I thought Scotty, and I thought Scotland. You know what I'm saying? Because
Me
Scotty
too.
was a black, was a black woman goddess. That's what they got.
Well, they're trying to say that Nova Scotia is New Scotland. But what he just read is that this is the ancient world. This is the old world. They're just rewriting the narrative as if their little small islands ruled over us. That's a lie. And that's why we are still allowing these Europeans to socially, politically, economically rule over us. Because we believe in that fake ass story that they told in the past.
That was big, Chief, because when you talk about 1707, it's called the unification of the union, the unification of the union that made the island of Scotland and made the island of England. That island is called Alba. That's the name of the island, Alba. Europe is called Alba Long. They put these fictitious corporations here, like Chief said, so they can act like they entertain that they ran us, which the real place is really Nova Scotia, because we're under the Scotus law. We're the Scots. All that shit is over here. And once again, that's a half of Ireland that is incorporated.
I got you. But, hey, P, I got a question for you when you're ready, yo.
Go ahead, brother.
Yo, now I don't know why nobody ever brought this up, but yo, if you pull up Scotland, that pyramid in Scotland, the queen, I forgot which queen it was, made a pyramid like the one in Egypt in Scotland. Y'all know about that one? Huh? What? Oh my God, bro! Just Google it real quick and look at the pyramid in Scotland. It's exactly the same math they use in Egypt.
I'm gonna Google it. While I'm Googling, I'm gonna allow brother DJ Cuddy to do this.
All right, go ahead.
Shout out to everybody.
All right.
Support the channel, man.
America was evidently peopled from the old continent because there were only 8 persons saved at the deluge. The principal part of their prosperity during the whole of the first century after that event occupied the very center of Asia. Some say that America was peopled by the Carthaginians. Yeah, Carthaginians. Say that 5 times. Okay. Who possessed the Cape Verde Islands, which are only 3 weeks sail from that continent. Their ships having women and children on board might miss the intended islands before the invention of the compass.
See, all that shit we said before, they was using the stars for travel. And before they came with the compass to navigate correctly or navigate efficiently.
You know who had to show them how to actually navigate the seas? Peter the Black. You know who Peter the Black was?
A pirate or some shit?
Christopher Columbus.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
I'm not bullshitting you, bro.
That nigga got so many names, bro.
Yep. I wish I could share it, bro, but I was looking on Google and I was typing in Peter the Black because I wanted to confirm this information, right? I'm sitting there and I'm like, man, I can't find this nigga Peter the Black, so I put Peter the Black, Christopher Columbus, right?
Say Peter in Spanish.
Huh?
Say Peter in the Romance language. Pedro.
Oh, there you go. Pedro the Negro, some shit like that.
There you go.
So I went on Google to find that shit. Yep, Pedro the Moor. I went on Google to find it, and I put Christopher Columbus behind it, bro. And I go to images, and I see a nigga, and under that picture, it says Christopher Columbus. Like, ain't no way, bro. I got that whole screenshot on my phone right now, bro. Because I was like, ain't no fucking way, bro.
Well, damn.
I see Medicine Man in the building. Peace of the God.
Shout out to Medicine Man in the building. The OG Ski in the building. Definitely show some love to Medicine Man in the chat, you guys.
Peace to everybody tapped in, man. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate all the support too, man. Everybody tapping into the weare2am.com, man, getting the Aboriginal drip. Be on the lookout for the BAP merch coming soon, y'all. Man, we
That's
grinding over
right.
here, man. Aboriginal Week coming up August 3rd through the 10th, Las Vegas, man. It's going down, man. You guys, links always in the chat room, man. If anybody's interested in coming out, we got a discount on hotels and travel and stuff through Coco Travels, man. Man, we got opportunities, man. Jobs are on deck. Business opportunities on deck right now, man. Just tap in chiefholiday@gmail.com, man. If you have music, we're doing Underground King Sunday, man. Underground artists, man. Tap in chiefholiday@gmail.com. We get you in the mix if you dope. Let's do it. Salute the BAP, man. Sunday. You guys also, Sunday night, man, is going down. American Gods, man. Jaguar, Big Aboriginal Power. Thompson's one. Special guest, man. You'll never know who that's going to be. It's going to be crazy, man. Sunday, man. So y'all be out, look out for that. And, man, we just appreciate everybody, man, doing this work, man. Everybody just growing. You know what I'm saying? It's information, man. Just keep digging, man. Just keep grinding. That's all I can say.
And when we look at the spirituality of a lot of this stuff,
where you at?
My fault. I thought you said, bro. No, I thought you was done. My fault.
No, go ahead, bro.
Like when my brother was saying, he got that Carthaginians and the Carolinians and the Hansburg and what's another ones? There's a couple lineages that they always talk about from Europe. Now you're going to start hearing that Peter was a part of their lineage, but the real name was Pedro, and he belonged to the Brazilian Empire. Then you're going to start hearing semantically, they're going to start sliding in Mary and Maria. You know what I'm saying? Which, come on now, the Empire of Mary fell in 17 and 1800s. When you start looking at these lineages of, it's the Hansburg, it's the Capet Hughes lineage, the Huguenot, the Huguenots. They're going to, when you start looking into them and history's coming out that we had empires over here. That's just what I love about these conversations that show that we were some wonderful people over here, and it's starting to come out everywhere. But I digress.
Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. We're dropping some jewels on here. What y'all see on the screen is still illustration from the ancient mystic Oriental Masonry Bible.
Aborigines.
Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Make sure y'all drop a fire emoji in the chat if y'all are enjoying the live stream, man. We hit a little bit over 3 hours. We're gonna probably get ready to wrap this thing up. Shout out to everybody that hit the like button, share the live stream. Make sure y'all support the channel before we get out of here.
What is the deluge exactly?
Deluge means flood. Antediluvian means pre.
Okay.
Antediluvian means pre-flood. Deluge means the actual event or reset, which is also reset.
I think that stuff happened in the Americas in the 1800s. Because I be seeing a lot of. I think that was the ending of the so-called flood story. Because you see a lot of floods in America by the hundreds and maybe thousands in every city, and on a consistent level and shit. And it looked like it destroyed it reset some shit. It started something new around this motherfucker. And who knows if it was godly or Europeanish or us fighting each other. But it's a fact, it was a flood around here. And
you make the, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, brother.
Okay, you make a good point there, brother, because they always talking about, the Great Flood happened this many years ago, and we can tell it just from what the ice looked like in Antarctica and North America. I'm like,
they don't have any history or recorded history, documentation to anything after 1540s. All recorded history that we know that's told to us comes after 1540.
And that's another thing too. When you look at the when you look at the history they tell us, their history don't even go back to the 6,000 years they talking about. They only go back to 600 years, bro. Because we don't hear nothing about them
I saw
until like the 1400s.
White people were even there for even here for like about like fucking, as I have to say, like 5,000 years or so. I think these motherfuckers were born in the lab 500 years ago. Adam and Eve was dumb as a motherfucker in the laboratory, then got some intelligence from somebody, private scientist, and clones, and we in the Clone Wars on some Star Wars shit.
Hell, cause I seen a post on IG of some brother talking about the infirmatoriums, bro, when they were making babies in them little sacks, bro. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah,
I've seen a 5th century picture of Adam and Eve talking to a pharmacist who was supposed to be an angel, you know, with a halo over his head, but they were in like a fucking like a medical shop or some shit. Like they telling you.
Hey man, we about to get ready to get out of here, man. Shout out to all the American Aborigines, man. I appreciate everybody for tapping in, man. Shout out to True Food, man. Shout out to my brother Root Words, Bat Creek, my brother Tayshawn, big brother nonetheless, and Supreme Chief Holiday, and I can't forget my big brother DJ Cuddy, man. Shout out to everybody for coming through. Man, before y'all get out of here, man, make sure y'all drop your cities in y'all state. What y'all was smoking on this whole live stream, man. Let me know what's up with it, man. Talk to me in the chat before y'all get out of here. Make sure y'all support the channel, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Hey, man, number love, man. We vibrating on a high frequency, man.
Yo, Bab, before we get up out of here, tune into the Go and Cut Tax show. We're going to be tackling Dr. Kaba. And Dr. Kaba said what? That's what we're going to be on.
Shout out to DJ Cuddy, man. Make sure y'all tune in to Supreme Chief Holiday channel. If you ain't subscribed, run over there and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. You want to be catching in for the midday show. It pop off around 3:30. It's cracking around 3 to 3:30 every day, man. Just like the Wake and Bake show, man. It come on right after the Wake and Bake show. Make sure y'all support DJ Cuddy and Supreme Chief Holiday show.
That's right.
And make sure y'all support the channel before we get out of here, man. Shout out to all the American Aborigines, man. With that being said, man, make sure y'all be safe. Make sure y'all be aware. Make sure y'all be vigilant. Make sure y'all be dangerous. You understand? It's your brother Aboriginal Power, man. And we out. Peace.
Hollywood.
Coco, this your season right now.
They won't see me. They won't let me, yeah. I gotta sleep with one eye open, tripping, making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the strap. I know the eyes wanna murder. I got a feeling, deep my stomach, paranoid, yeah. I won't let them, yeah. They won't see me, yeah. I gotta sleep with one eye open, tripping, making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the strap. I know the eyes wanna murder. I got a feeling, deep my stomach, paranoid, yeah. I can't let them, yeah. They won't see me, yeah. I put attention, all of my blood, all of my veins. They started with perky, now that hair right up his veins. You started with serving, now them drugs drove you insane. Started with dealing, I grew up with killers, they taught me the game. I got some niggas that die behind, and that shit won't never the same. I know some niggas that lie behind, and that bullet had his name. Ain't no reason to cry about, cause that shit won't never change. MTF the 4th and P, my niggas can't get out the game. I gotta sleep with one eye open, tripping, making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the strap. I know the eyes wanna murder. I got a feeling, keep my stomach paranoid, yeah. I won't let them, yeah. They won't see me, yeah. I gotta sleep with one eye open, tripping, making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the strap. I know the eyes wanna murder. I got a feeling, keep my stomach paranoid, yeah. I can't let them, yeah.